Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's good? What's good? We are back once again. We got another fucking hot show. We got a couple motherfucking missing children in the room. Yeah, that nigga right there. That's one of the missing children right up underneath me right there. That nigga right there that got dope on his shirt. That nigga is one of the missing children of Israel. We want to welcome this motherfucker back to the show. What's
That's
going on
cool.
with you, Big Vance? You cool, Vance? Can you hear me? What's going on, man?
I took a look at, last had to help my best friend out. He was going through a little stint. He lost his brother, so to be there for him.
But bless his
So
heart.
sorry.
Bless his motherfucking heart. While we was sitting up here looking
I'm
for
proud
you
of him
like
because he did it all by himself. He literally put his brother in the ground by himself.
we was looking for your ass like the coin around this motherfucker. We was like, where the fuck is this nigga at? Then he come in on the show, be like, hey niggas, what's up? This nigga, well, he talked some good shit the other day. One of them shows, he talked some good shit. What's going on, Shantae? How you feeling, baby?
Hello, good people. I'm good. I'm chilling. It's hot. In case y'all didn't realize what was going on outside. It's hot.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
I just want to put that. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. Okay, listen. I had this plan, right? I was gonna grill me some shish kebabs, right? Chicken and vegetables. I was so excited. I had my chicken breast. I done seasoned it. I done cut up my bell peppers and onions. I done let everything marinate. You got to let it marinate. I'm so excited. I done soaked my skewers in the water, you know what I'm saying? Because I forgot that my George Foreman grill died.
Uh,
So I had to put them in the oven.
uh,
It is 93 degrees here in Michigan, and I had to turn the oven
oh
on.
shit! Damn! That now the story didn't make no sense till you broke down that little part right there where your ass was sweating like a motherfucking slave. That's
That is
bless your
Happy
little mouth.
Juneteenth, okay? Happy
Bless your,
Juneteenth.
bless your.
So that was yeah. Now I will say my shish kebab is good as hell, so it was worth it. But that oven was on, so I can have my shish kebab.
All
I'm
for
just
a shish kebab.
that's my little yeah.
I'd have said fuck them shish kebabs that day, G. I'm just not gonna even lie to you. I'd have been out there sweating my ass off like fuck these shish kebabs. These bitches can, yeah, shish kebab the
You
hell.
know, you have a craving for something, Russ. I really wanted my shish kebab. They so damn good. I really wanted my shish kebabs, and I like grilled vegetables, so the peppers and everything. Oh, it was worth it. I died, but I came back.
Yeah, okay. All right. I bless your little heart. I ain't mad at you, nigga. You had some you had some titty excrement go out. I feel you. You sweated some titty excrement out. I feel you. What's going on, Nate? How you feeling, baby?
I am miserable, but I am feeling great. I have bronchitis. I was in the house last week. I was not here, and I missed you guys tremendously.
Not in the
Oh,
summer
Um,
with bronchitis,
Aw.
girl.
yes, your girl got caught in the rain twice last week.
whole
That'll
thing.
do it.
And yes, I your girl got caught in the rain, had to sit in air conditioning with wet clothes on, so I had to take care of the business. So I just had to do what I had to do. So
Sending love, sending love.
thank you. So I've been in the house, and just trying to take care of myself, a nice, sexy man wouldn't hurt, to just walk to my house and just kind of just so I could just lay my
Yeah,
head on his
yeah,
shoulder. That I
yeah.
mean, that's you
Yeah.
know, little
Let you some hot
TLC wouldn't
tea.
hurt.
You know.
Yeah, but I feel absolutely wonderful, and it's great to be back. It
I'm
is.
so
It's great
glad
to
you're
be back.
better.
Oh, bless your little heart. What's going on? I think we got Mama Yoni out there. Her camera ain't working, but she with us. What's going
I'm
on?
with you. I'm with you, baby. I'm here.
How
How
Hey,
you
are
mama.
you?
how you doing, big sexy?
Oh, baby, I'm fine, honey. I'm absolutely wonderful.
You been
Miss
holding
Queen of Bridgerton over there.
Yes, honey. I spent the weekend in
Yes.
Chicago, baby. Yes.
you been holding it down. You was in
Listen, let me explain, Russ, before you have a conniption fit over there. Go on, lean back
have
and
a whole
listen.
That's
aneurysm.
the second fucking that's all right.
Let me explain to you what is more important than rush danger.
Oh
My grandchildren.
To see, I ain't said nothing. You trying to play like
Let
playing
me
on words. You
explain.
playing on words.
Nope.
You playing on
Let
words.
me explain why I didn't come and see you.
All
So
right,
you know this weekend was Juneteenth.
That's a special reason.
And it is Juneteenth. You know that I have a conglomeration of grandchildren. And one of our family photographers is Muslim, and he had an event at a park. And a lot of people did not know that the day that the slaves were freed officially, there was a person who was a young lady who dressed up in her finest garb and gave out treats to those freed slaves as a treat to the children and to explain to them what the significance of the day was. I was the Juneteenth fairy.
Oh, I love it.
I got to give candy and treats
Oh
out
my
to
God.
children while I got to explain to them about slavery. The heartbreaking part was that these kids, even teenagers, 14, 15, 16, didn't know anything about slavery, period.
Yep.
And, you know, one kid in particular was like, well, why ain't they just say they didn't want to do that?
Wow.
They could have made me do that. I'm like, okay, so let's go back.
That's the mindset.
We had to talk about it and get it together. Please excuse me. I got bronchitis too, Nate, so I feel you. So after that, the surprise was that I did get to go to the Bridgerton experience, something that I've been dying to do. It was off the chain amazing.
Go.
Yeah, so the grandchildren surprised me because I had an incident happen on Thursday and they just wanted to make sure I was going to be okay. So this was their way of making me be okay because I always like hanging out and spending time with kids and passing on knowledge. So don't be so upset with me. I'm going to make a weekend where I come just to see you. And we just hang out.
Oh, she gonna come see that baby.
Yeah, you gotta let me know so I can plan that boy out so we can figure out where we going, where we gonna get drunk at, where we gonna have a good time at, where we gonna go talk some shit, go live from. We're gonna do all that shit.
Not a problem. It's gonna be in the next 14 days.
Oh, damn. Okay.
You asked for it.
Well, okay. Well, be more specific when we get closer to those.
I most certainly will.
You know the dates of them 14 days, so I can go ahead and rock out with you. I got you, though, Mama. I'm gonna rock with you. I promise you, I'm gonna rock with you.
All right.
Oh my goodness!
I got another pair of earrings on.
And
they're absolutely gorgeous.
So, Diva Journey pieces. So this is another pair that I made.
How much they cost? That's what niggas want to know. That's what niggas want to know.
These particular ones are $15.
Okay.
Depending on the design, the stones that are used, all of that, they can go up from there. But these are all wooden, super light. They lay, but you can't even feel them. But yeah, this is another pair that I've created.
And Shantae, please don't forget to give me your Cash App information so I can get my set sent.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do that.
Okay, y'all ready to jump right into the bullshit today?
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm ready.
I got my drink.
Normally I give y'all names shit and I'm be like, pick what we're gonna go with. Fuck that tonight. I'm playing what I'm gonna play tonight.
Oh, Russ, one more thing, super quick. Y'all, my baby got a job.
Girl, yes.
Excuse me, I can't say that together. Hallelujah.
Listen, I said, I could get a quarter.
Yeah.
I had to put that on there. Okay.
Hey, listen, did you start laying down?
Did I have some of you, Joe? My mother wasn't buying me nothing else.
Oh shit! Listen, y'all lucky. My first job, my mama started telling me what
you good now.
Her like right off. I was like, God damn, I ain't got my first check yet. This motherfucker was already telling me, well, nigga, you're gonna have to give me 50 for this.
She only 15. I'm not gonna quite do that yet, but what I will make her do, and what we
I don't know what it is.
It has to mandatorily put so much into savings. We're going to start doing investments. Like we got to get this ball rolling. So
yes, ma'am.
I want her to be in a totally different spot in her life when she's my age than where I am now. So that's gonna be the whole thing. It's gonna be nope, you can't. You already spent that. Put that away. Like that's gonna be because I want her to get the discipline of it.
Well, if y'all out there listening to us, y'all got to fucking around and say something to us. Say what up to us. Don't be sitting on the stream and not saying shit to us. Y'all, this first clip, man, this one goes without saying that this one is deep than a motherfucker. I can't wait to hear. I'm trying to figure out who I want to respond first. If I want Nada to respond or if I want Shantae to respond. But it's between one of y'all two motherfuckers that I want to respond
Now I'm
first.
worried.
Yeah, here we go. Check it out.
Once my boyfriend was asleep, so I wanted to go fuck my ex real quick, so I drove down to the gas station, let him cream pie me, and then I came home to sneak into bed. My boyfriend woke up and then wanted to fuck me, and he started eating me out and told me how good my pussy tastes, and he's eating my ex's cum out of me, and I never told him.
Damn.
Okay, what do we got to say about a bitch like this? Nada, let's start with you.
I had a feeling he was gonna pick me to go for it. I had a feeling.
Yeah, let's start with you, Nada. Yeah, hold on. Let's break down this conversation. She said she was in the bed with her man, chilling, and she said, "Fuck." She said, "Fuck it." I just felt like getting up, and I went over another motherfucker crib, and I let this motherfucker nut all up in me. And then I went home, and my man was feeling hot and horny and shit. So I told his ass, he just said, fuck it, go ahead and eat this nigga's nut up out my cooch. That's where we starting the show today. We ain't got no fucking filters today. Y'all missed a couple days. Y'all missed us a day last week. Well, I'm back full blast tonight. How do you feel about that one, Nada? Talk to me. How do you feel about that? Representing you ladies out there right now.
So why could she just roll over and go ahead, jump start the engine, press 30 seconds on the microwave and just hop on there? Like she just could have just pressed 30 seconds, warm it up, and then go ahead, hop on there. Like, uh, 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 but then you gonna go over to your ex and then having unprotected sex with another man, not knowing who he's been with, and I'm pretty sure he's not the only man she has been with. And so y'all just passing around do it fluid.
Can I ask you a question? I see Ida has joined us. How you doing, love? I see it and dropped up in here. Okay, I gotta go to Shantae and ask this question to Shantae real quick. Can y'all quit going in and out of the fucking camera today? Stay on the camera so I can keep my visual the way I'm trying to get it going here. All right, Shantae, what do you feel about what this chick just said about being in the bed with her nigga?
Mm-hmm.
Said, wait a minute, I feel like running across town, fucking with the southern nigga, letting them nut inside of me. Not only are you being a hoe, you just letting another nigga nut inside of you. And then you decide you want to take your ass home, and your man wakes up and he's sort of fucking horny because he like, what the fuck? I guess you just snuck in and you walked in with a little prep in your step, you feeling yourself, and he felt that motion too. So he wanted to fuck around and get with you, and you let that nigga go down on you. You let another nigga just nut in your ass. And from the way she just broke that down, it does not seem like she cleaned herself or did any, yeah. Okay,
she did clean herself.
Come on, Tay.
Okay, well, I have a few words for this young lady. And those words would be the following: syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, hepatitis, HIV, AIDS, trichinosis. There's several others, but yeah, I don't know how responsible this young lady is. I don't know if she gets tested. I don't think she does. She sounds like a very sexually irresponsible young lady. Um, as a woman, I value the health of my vajayjay.
The health of your vajayjay. Talk to me.
She does not seem to do as such. See, I need my figgy pudding to be clean and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think her figgy pudding done rotted by now. Um, because there is no way
Mm-hmm.
that you keep, when you put stuff in the refrigerator, it only stays in there for so long before it goes bad. Okay. She done packed up a lot of stuff in the refrigerator, and now it's then got moldy and mildewy, and
It,
he done went down
listen,
on her, and that is going to carry over into other things. Now, if he wakes up the next morning with some interesting findings on his tongue, I will not be surprised. Um, it is nothing to brag about. She thinks it's funny, and it's not. She's disgusting.
have you ever heard the green glitter joke?
Personally have not.
Have you ever heard the green glitter joke? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all the green glitter joke real quick. It was three guys that were in college and they were taking a road trip across the fucking country. So
Okay.
it got to the point where y'all niggas, y'all keep that going off camera. Stay y'all ass on camera. So they was going across the fucking country and shit. And in the process, they said, fuck it. We need to stop and get some rest. So they saw a ranch and they walked over to the ranch and they said, man, we need to find out what's going on here. So they walked up to the door and they asked the man that stayed that owned the ranch. They said, man, can we stay here for the night? Because, we on a long trip and, we just need a little rest. So the man says, well, listen, you can stay here, but I only got one rule for you. He said, well, they said, what's that? They said, well, you can't sleep with my daughter. He said, okay. So they all came back and they had to stay like in the barn and shit. So the next day, they all get up. And the first guy gets up and he says, yo, man. He says, man, I need to go. He says, I was last night chilling and I saw the daughter, and man, she was beautiful. He said, I just had to hook up with her. So the second guy said, I did too. The third guy said, man, I saw her too. So all three of them saying that they didn't been with her. So they go down to the lake because now they got to go take a piss. They down by the lake. So the first guy pulls his penis out and he says, God damn, what is this on my penis? And it's some green glitter. The second guy takes a piss. He says, what is this on my penis? He says, some green glitter. The third guy sits there and takes a piss. Ain't nothing going on. So then he looks over and turns to him and says, hey, how y'all doing? And they just fucking passed out because the motherfucker had green glitter on this motherfucking mouth. I'm trying to tell y'all
Oh,
these nasty toes.
Oh my.
That y'all can take that joke for y'all. That's the green glitter joke. Y'all can take that one for your life. Okay.
Okay. Oh my.
Okay. Mama Yoni, talk to me.
Oh my gosh, she's so trifling. So trifling. Just trifling. You went down the street to hop on some, got your cream pie, and you couldn't have squished that out like in the bathroom before you got back in the bed with your man type thing. And if he your ex, why you still giving him some? I don't understand. I guess I'm just such a good girl. It don't matter. I just don't understand that. Either I'm with you or I'm with you, or I can't not. I don't understand. That's hard for me.
She could have at least Summer's Eve. At least.
Right, something. But here's the thing, though. Here's the big part. Now, she said this, and it was big joke, and she was laughing about it, and she never told him. And she never told him. Now, guess what? You all on whatever platform you on now.
You gonna find out.
And you just told it all. Something's better left unsaid.
See, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. She seems to me, just by happen circumstance, that she has been a whore for a particular long time. It doesn't seem like she just started her wholeness. So if this is the thing, I think if niggas heard that, they would worry because they know that they are in that number of niggas that she didn't plug that with, and they wondering if they didn't fucked around and had to. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I personally feel. Because
right.
Listen, she said that shit with too much ease.
Right. So here's my thing, Russ. I think you're giving her a little bit too much credit when you're calling her a complete whore because it's got 5 letters in it. And whores tend to make money at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna need to call a spade with a spade because she's a hoe. She just is a H and a O. It's not even capitalized with an exclamation point. She just a hoe. Period. You just can't. That's just it.
She swallowed it.
She
She's
didn't
a
swallow it.
household name.
He swallowed it. That's the sad part. She didn't swallow it. She could have
Oh
swallowed
my
it.
God! You just yeah, that's right. He swallowed it. Damn,
Yes, he did. All that.
Fucked up.
So it was the best. It was the. Ooh, it tastes good. It's the best I ever got it. Oh, really? So your shit must be trash.
I'm gonna name this clip right now. Taste and see.
He's so messy.
So bad.
It's the truth. Like, listen. Well, hey, listen. Okay, Ida, come on, talk to me, baby. All right. Now, if you,
She nasty.
Yeah.
She nasty. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how you go from one man to another and you just yeah. I'm sorry. My stomach is turning from you talking about he swallowed it and all of that. Yeah.
That's exactly what
I
happened.
bet she stank.
She
needs
real
to take a
stank.
vinegar bath.
Wait a
She
minute.
needs some
Though.
bleach. That ain't vinegar, boo. That's bleach. You need bleach. I'm gonna give her some comments, some bleach, and all that. You can't mix them. Oh yeah, I'm finna give her
Some
comment,
vinegar,
bleach,
baking soda,
all of that.
Russ, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
peroxide.
So you know how people are sometimes homophobic, right?
Yeah.
So what if after that he started having some tendencies?
Wait, what? Say what?
Because
You heard him.
And the plot
he done
thickens.
tasted the rainbow. Because
He tasted the rainbow. Yeah.
Y'all are so bad.
He might have been tasting her rainbow all along. You never know. Shit.
He ain't tasting her rainbow. He tasting somebody else's. Let me
He tasted that man's
I don't even
rainbow.
want to drink this. Look, I don't even want to drink this no more.
Listen,
Like I don't even
listen.
want
Okay.
it no more.
For everybody that's joining the show that's wondering what the fuck we talking about, it was a clip of a chick that, that said that she was in the bed with her man. He was asleep. She decided to get up, get in the car, go cross town, fuck another nigga. She didn't wash that thing out, came home, got in the bed with her man, and her man went down on her. And she let him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Come on, big man. Come on, Ida, talk to me. Come on. What were you saying, baby?
I said what I had to say. I'm get some comment, some bleach. Yeah, I'm getting comment, bleach, Clorox clean up, all of that, and we're gonna dish it. We're gonna make it a dish, and because you can't mix them, we're gonna bomb that out because that's just disgusting.
Y'all do me a favor if y'all
The
watching
Frogger.
this show tonight, please share tonight's show. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in. I
Yeah.
see the numbers going up. Okay, Big Vance, what do you feel about that?
Yeah,
shit
Marguerite.
What you feel, Vance? What you feel? Vance, are you with us? Come on, what you feel?
You can't mute.
All right, like
No, you know Vance be giving you got to be giving Vance a second. He be looking at us and shit.
I be on.
How would you feel if your chick did that?
Hey, stop that! Don't go there with him. Just let him answer the goddamn
can't
question.
do it.
Don't pay her no attention tonight.
No,
I had to
wrong.
cuss her out last week about extending the fucking conversation, but we're sticking with where the fucking clip
know,
is.
with it.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead,
He
bro.
feel.
No.
That's okay.
No, not with it. No, oh, spirit was bothered just now. The story it had so much giggling.
Nothing. She was just, I did it. Y'all laughing and shit, but that's how she was like, I did it. Yeah, I fucked around and boy. I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies, it's certain things in life that you can do, and if you do it, God bless you. There are certain things in life that. Yeah, my phone, like I didn't understand it. Like it's certain things in life that if you do it, you got to be prepared. Like just God forbid if that's the last nigga that she was with, and she just broke up with a nigga and he saw that interview, even if he's not the nigga that, you know, did that shit, you just made that nigga go through a whole motherfucking mind consumption, and he might fuck some shit up just off GP. All right, we're gonna go to the next clip, y'all. This next one, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, ladies, y'all got some explaining to do, because half of this bullshit that I'm hearing tonight is coming out of the mouths of these women. This is fucking me up. All right, now this one, I'm just gonna let it ride. Here we go.
Snitch on your homegirl, cheat on your man.
I'ma cheat on my man.
Cheat on my man.
I'm cheating. You tripping?
Cheat on my man.
Cheat on my man.
No, I'm cheating.
Cheating on my nigga.
Cheat on my man.
Damn!
No, my nigga.
Fuck that
Okay, ladies.
I wish you could see my face.
Yeah, ladies, y'all got to give me a representation of this, because there was some women in there.
Does it look like this?
Proud as hell, and not a one.
That's not.
Said.
It was like 10.
Listen, not a one. Wait, whoa, bro. Not a one motherfucker said, "Yo, I'm, you know, fuck this bitch." You know, like every woman said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna fuck another nigga." Explain that to me in this day and time, and I want y'all to be serious about this shit. If you know, if you don't agree with that, please give me a signature reason. Give me something solid to go against what we just saw. If you disagree, if you ain't got nothing else to say, but Jesus, ask Jesus to give you some words for this shit here.
Well, let me help you out, Rush. The women that he asked, all of them had to be under 30. We have already discussed on several occasions that age range has some issues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, I don't think that any woman who has lived life, who has had a decent man, would actually say anything like that. They thoughts, and I agree with Marguerite. They definitely thoughts. Them hoes over there. Because guess what? You wouldn't catch none of the women on your show saying nothing like that. Period.
I feel like I would have to if I heard one of y'all say some shit like that, because you know we all got the freedom of speech on this show. If I heard one of y'all say something like that, we're gonna immediately have a conversation on the show. Y'all know me. I'm just gonna zero dead in on that shit, because you know at the end of the day, I love y'all motherfuckers. We have a lot of shit. We talk a lot of shit on here, but I do actually care about y'all motherfuckers. And if I heard some shit come out of your mouth and it even sounded remotely serious, I would have to have a conversation with you.
What, the remotely sounded, I'm going to cheat on my man?
Man, and especially to just be like, and just, you know.
Screw it, I'm going to cheat on him.
Like if the question was, if I'm mistaken, like if your girl fucked up, would you just leave your girl alone, or would you cheat on your nigga, right? Motherfucker said, I'm gonna cheat on my nigga. So fuck your girl doing wrong. Fuck the fact that you might have a good man at the house doing the right shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But your automatic thought process is fuck that nigga. That's my girl, shit. And they was just right next to each other, like fuck that. I can't understand that shit. And none of them had the look of, I'm gonna say this shit, but I'm ashamed to say it. But you know, they just felt comfortable with that shit.
I'm with Mama Yoni. Them are kids. Those are kids. Those are little girls.
Guess what? To somebody else, it's a grown ass woman. To another nigga that's that age bracket, that's a grown woman. To another person that's in that 38, like Mama said, that's the 30 and under. So if you're 29 and you met a woman and you were serious about trying to meet something, this is what the fuck you got to look for. I'm just saying. Talk to me, Nada. Because that's your age bracket, Nada. You right around the motherfuckers. You the youngest one on the show. You 17.
She ain't under 30.
He said I was 17. Stop.
I heard
You tried it. You tried it. You please don't try my spirit today.
See the baby of the show, y'all.
So I mean, I ain't that too much younger than y'all.
You heard that shit? You saw how she threw all us in there. I ain't too much younger than y'all. Like,
I'm just 38, so I mean, I ain't that much younger. Anyway,
I think I might be the youngest though.
Between women and girls. what female in the female species will be in their right mind to even say out loud that they would cheat on their significant other, male or female, that they
And on video.
And on video, and you know everybody gonna see it. This is where they were all black, so I think because we had Juneteenth, I'm gonna stick with being black today. This is the problem that I have, and I will continue to have. We do not need to put everything on social media. Everything does not belong on social media. Now, if you're out at a gathering, just like with Mama, she had an eventful weekend. I would have loved to see her lives over the weekend. That would have brought joy to my sick bed. Okay, and just something that's positive, something that brings education and awareness to the Black community. Why do we always have to show ignorance? And I'm sorry to say this, but I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You're giving other races a reason to talk and shame us. You're giving them a prime reason why. They have a legit reason to talk about us. And no, I do not talk like that. I have more common sense than to talk about my personal life and who I done slept with, who I done been. No, I'm not gonna do that. Absolutely not.
Shantae, what you feel about that?
Okay, family, we got to have a real conversation.
Let's have it.
The real conversation has to be, we need to stop calling all of us as a collective queens. Stop doing that. Because we haven't all earned it. Just because I'm a Black woman doesn't automatically make me a queen. You don't become a queen automatically. You have to go through a process to get to queendom. We don't conduct ourselves, a large part of us, do not conduct ourselves in a manner that would ever get us to queendom. For several reasons. The fact that we don't know how to control our mouth. Shut the fuck up. Why is you telling all your business? No self-restraint. No self-control. How you carry yourself. A lady, I'm a woman biologically, but I'm a lady. Because a lady knows when to say, what to say, how to say, and when not to. That's a lady. Our young women are not taught how to be ladies. They're women because they were biologically born female, but they're not shown enough about etiquette. They're not shown enough about how to carry yourself in certain situations. I see some young people, and it really breaks my heart, in simple settings like a restaurant, right? They can't even communicate just at a restaurant and tell the waiter or waitress what they want.
Oh, no.
You can't even communicate that. If you can't communicate that, it doesn't surprise me, as Mama Yoni alluded to, that you don't know nothing about our history. You have neither the gumption nor the drive to understand our history. You real quick to get fake offended, and it's fake offense because if you really understood the history, then it would be true offense. But if you don't know enough about your own people, you can't really be offended by shit. You don't know shit. So, the people who really know the history of us and the history of this country, they can be offended when shit happens, right? But you can't. Stop calling yourselves queen when you out here with all your shit in the street. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. And just because you're born with melanin don't automatically make you that. You can say you're a beautiful Black woman, have self-confidence, but don't call yourself a queen when you out here like this. Don't do that. The second thing, and the second part of this real conversation, is we are making our comments based off of the assumption that these folks understand what a real relationship is. They don't. They're not even in it. Just because you fuck a dude don't mean you in a relationship. Okay? You have a sex ship. You got a fuck buddy. but you're
Mhm.
not in a relationship. Because if you're actually in a relationship, the quickness that comes out of your mouth won't even exist. Oh yeah, I'll just cheat on him. That's not a relationship. You all don't know not nan nada enough about each other for it to be a real substantive thing for you to think twice. Like, well, I really would have to think about it. I can't say that I would automatically. No, you don't even know the definition of a real relationship.
That's
So
crazy.
what they think they got, they really don't got. That's why they talking crazy out the side of their mouth. These are the real conversations that we need to have.
You know, you just said something, and I'm not gonna say that this was even right, but it took me back to when I was younger. We even had enough sense that if we were even covering for somebody else or doing anything else, doing something wrong with somebody else, it's like we kept our fucking mouth closed. You feel what I'm saying? I've had a many of friends and had they lady come ask me some shit, and I just had to sit there and keep my mouth closed because I didn't know what the fuck she was saying that was true, and I didn't know what the fuck she was saying that was false. I just had to be like, yo, this, keep it cool, calm the fuck down. This ain't, but this generation is just like, fuck it. They just like, fuck it. Like, I don't give a, I don't care what's going on.
They got that hole in the bucket syndrome. Everything comes out like a misvalued functioning refrigerator.
Please,
Can't
please,
keep it.
Hey, Courtney girl. Look,
y'all,
here come Courtney. What I miss.
there she go. There she go. Y'all, if y'all out there, do me a favor, please share. Please share. We trying to build and grow the whole movement. Y'all know what it is. And see, we ain't did today. Let me get this out before I get to my man Vance and ask him what he thinks about that. L, it's he said, she said.
Say my name, say my name.
There we go. My babies is on it tonight. There we go. I understand. Look at her. Go ahead and rub it on out, baby. It's gonna be all
We
right.
love you, Nene.
I,
It's okay,
I was
boo.
about to say something that was completely nasty, but I'm just gonna leave that alone.
I heard what you said. And I'm choosing not to respond to your
Hallelujah.
Really,
rudeness.
Let's
Yeah,
keep it on.
really,
Let's
we
keep it
just
on
left that
course.
one.
Let's keep it on course. Let's
you just couldn't help yourself, could you?
Above it.
one
You
knows
know
Just
he
what.
rise
can't
above
go.
it. That's it.
Yeah, that's what we try to do tonight.
I'm trying to be
Hallelujah.
the bigger person.
You pressing me. You pressing my luck. You pressing your luck. I said let's move on. Y'all got to learn when I be saying let's move on. I be trying to let it go, but y'all keep talking. Y'all keep fucking with me. All right, come on, come on, big dog. What do you feel about that? What do you feel about this clip that we just watched?
I feel like those type of videos, men these days got major trust issues. Like I feel like the roles have switched. Everything that they're doing in the day, and what they were, the women kind of took the and they're putting us to shame with it. And the worst part, I feel like men can be more emotional than women. So in those situations, like let me find my wife on that video and her come through the door afterwards. So you ain't get you a hug, but you gonna fuck. Okay, like it's up now. It's game time. Like, coach, I got one. Like, I play. Put me in the game. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. Just nah.
That's a good point. We swung too far in the other direction. For so long as women, we kept saying, the men always doing the cheating, and we just swung it all the way too far in the other direction.
Listen, I want you to go ahead and read these comments, Ida. I see they coming through. I appreciate everybody shooting out a comment. If y'all share the post, I'm gonna appreciate you even more. I'm gonna love you even more. Matter of fact, this salute is to you right now, just for hitting that share button and putting this post on your page. There you go. There we go.
It's getting hot in here. All right now.
So take off all. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Some of y'all probably put on it.
Yeah.
We
don't need to take off no clothes.
I do got on my belly shirt today though.
There you go. Put them titties down. Look at her twirling them titties around. Put them titties down, you dirty motherfucker.
Yeah, well, Tay had to start it off and said it's hot, y'all. But I just said hot in here.
Okay, let's get to these
comments.
comments.
Like you say, Russ said, let's go. Lashana said, nasty bitch. Lashana said she is nasty as hell. Camille said, hey babies. She said she came in on nut. Bruh said she ain't shiznit. Mama said trifecta of trifling. Ooh, that's a new one. Camille said you're being so polite. And
Good.
Camille replied, they put me in jail last time, Mama. She's also replying and said, to say my name, it ain't so. Girl, and Alice said, oh, that's Mama Yoni. Everybody, if you hear me say Alice. Girl, on both my pages, jail time, poor Mama. Camille replied back, they big censored him. And we got a greetings. I think that was from either Marguerite or Yolanda. Camille said she's a chronic HOE hoe, but Mama took off the E. Can't have the E on there. Camille said they know, they not wondering, they know. Camille said,
She's
cause
pausing on
I
each
was
one.
laughing at that. They know. Cause I'm just picturing that now. Y'all told me I
I can't.
can't. It's just nasty. Camille said, give her the Ajax, make sure it
I
turn
can't
blue
with that one.
so you know it's working. Yeah, that's that kaboom too. Van says, I don't care what anybody say, that's just nasty as fuck. Then you got Marguerite or either Yolanda that's got the thinking face. Yolanda said, wow. Marguerite said, yeah, hell no. Marguerite said, that's gross. Camille said, okay, I'll delete my comment. Marguerite said, why me playing with you? Is it Conda? Is it pronounced Conda?
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Conda said, what up, everyone? Marguerite says, wait, what? Lashana said, why he only asked the scary looking chicks. Marguerite said, Lana said, those were kids' correction. Marguerite says, that's karma. Camille says, first of all, consider who you ask. All of them were young ass females. Marguerite said, those are thoughts, actually. Conda said, those sound like kids. That doesn't represent a real woman. It's too much bullshit out here in these streets. This monkeypox and shit ain't no fucking joke. Conda says, that's straight bullshit. Marguerite said, absolutely trash. And those bras, certain men compare a real woman to. That's true. Excuse me. Camille said, unashamed and proud. Mama Yoni said, yeah, they kids. They don't have home training. Camille replied to Marguerite says, all of what you just said. Tasha said, hey, you guys. Marguerite says, that just irritated my whole soul. Shantae said, hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. And Vance replied to Marguerite, said, same here. Tasha said, facts. Marguerite said, facts. Yes. Conda said, true that people disclose way too much on social media. Airing dirty laundry, drama. Every single move you make and everything you do doesn't have to be posted on social media. That is so true. Marguerite says, got me so happy I peed myself. Okay. Conda says, I stubbed my big toe. Oh, let me post it on shaking my head. Okay. Courtney said, hey, my loves, what I miss. She always misses something. Courtney replied to Mama Yoni as with the love, and Bruh said that's crazy. Nada said, calling yourself a queen and out here living like Vikings, being a harlot. I can't even deal. This breaks my heart. We got to do better and be better. Marguerite said, Yanni, in my Naruto voice. Tasha said, they act like the whole world owed them something. Marguerite said, Lord. Courtney said, I miss y'all. Marguerite said, oh, you got a new on the air. She's talking about Vance. Camille said, facts. Conda said, my man did this or that. Oh, let me go on social media and post it. Shameful. Shantae said, right to Conda, and Conda said, yes.
Well, welcome back to some of my original newbies and shit, my original obies. I don't know what the fuck y'all call y'all. Some of y'all niggas that just came back on the show that have been gone for a while, such
The original
as
OGs.
Courtney, Conda.
Leave him
Look,
alone.
just get that out
You
my
better leave Courtney alone.
fuck that. You know I talk about everybody. Ain't nobody getting no shortcuts on this motherfucker tonight. All right, well, we heard all this ratchetness. We're gonna hear a little bit something on the flip side. We got a young lady that's gonna give her opinion about relationships, and we're gonna talk about this. Let me know what y'all think about it.
My husband comes to this house, he runs this shit, period. And I know that sounds, old school, and I get called to pick me and all that bullshit, whatever. My husband runs me, period, point blank. Period. He runs me. He has the last say so at the end of the day. He's the king of this house. He runs this household. Yes, he Yes, he allows me to do what I need to do. I can move freely. I can, make my own decisions. If I see something, I want to do something, he's going to support it. But the minute that he's like, nah, that ain't going, it ain't going. Why? Because as a queen, I respect my husband's wisdom. I respect my husband's output and outlook on life.
Okie dokie. Y'all heard what she was talking about. Let's cut straight to the chase.
Let's.
Mama Yoni, I heard you since you said let's first.
Yes, sir.
And you in the background looking sexy, but we don't see you.
I'm so sorry, and I got really dolled up today, and my camera will not work. I'm really upset about that.
We love you anyway. We love you anyway. So you got to tell me what she said about what you feel about what she said. Let's go.
Well, here's the thing. I lived in that type of relationship my entire married life, and I don't have a problem with that as long as what you're bringing to the table allows me to do that.
Okay.
If you are taking care of your home, your family, your wife, what you're supposed to be taking care of, then I don't think it's necessarily a permission thing. I agree with the wisdom of my husband, the input of my husband, what he brings to the table, what he has to offer. I agree with her 100%. I just think she was a little aggressive in saying it.
See,
but
okay. You know what I'm thinking, Mama Yoni?
What, babe?
I'm about to take y'all niggas to church right quick.
Period. I'm gonna beat you up, boy.
This nigga said period.
Poo, just put the poo on the end then. Go ahead.
We don't hear about this much, but most of us are older, so we should have some type of reference to what I'm about to say. We used to have the conversation about the man being the head and not the tail in the relationship. That is something that we don't discuss anymore. That, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember going to church and hearing those words spoken in a long time, because I think times have changed and that position has switched. You know what I mean?
It has, and I agree.
Hold on, but listen. Does that old school mentality, does it change because the people have changed? Or is that still good mentality to have? That's my question.
I can answer that. Yep, I can help you with that one. So you're right. A lot of us are older, and yes, definitely in the beginning of time, I'm gonna do like the kids do. Way back when it was, on papyrus and stuff, that was the thing to do. It's because your husband was supposed to be the head. Okay, you were supposed to follow his lead. That's really great to say in a biblical type of sense. I've had husbands who could not be the head because they didn't have anything to bring at the time. If you're not contributing and bringing to the table, if I want to follow you, I want to follow you because you have wise decision-making ability. You can be married to somebody that you love tremendously and dearly, but they cannot make decisions that are adequate. How many times are you going to allow somebody that's your spouse that you're supposed to follow to mess something up? No matter what it is, whether it's your mortgage, whether it's your car payment, whether it's your life in general, because of the decision that he made based off of something that was not necessarily straight.
I'm gonna bring this question to you then. At what point do we take responsibility for the person that we choose to be with? You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Like, I
absolutely do.
How many times have we as family members looked at somebody in our family and looked at somebody that they dated in our family and said, yo, this nigga ain't shit. Why she fucking with him? Or why he fucking with her? She out here fucking around in the streets.
Right.
So at the end of it, it goes back to who you decide to choose, right?
Right.
Now, is it wrong with that ideology, or are the people that we picking fucked up that makes that ideology not make sense to us?
It's a little bit of both, Rush, because guess what? Like I said, I can love you and be in love with you and think that you are the topping on my favorite ice cream, but that does not mean that you are a wise person. People fall in love with different things. If you make a decision to marry somebody hopefully you're not doing that unwisely. You're taking some time and you're knowing who this person is. But
Right.
times have also changed. We've talked about that too. When there were mom and dad were both in the home, it was different. When we start losing the men, when women started not being as sacred with their bodies as they were, when they stopped having someone else to depend on, then guess what?
You talking?
The women, they had to be the head of the household. Some women cannot, they can't break down that barrier now. Even if they got a
Mhm.
man that was going to be righteous and above reproach, somebody that had the wisdom, somebody that could provide them what they want to take care of the family and do all those things, they've built this barrier up over the years where they may not be able to take that from a man. It's either going to be their way or the highway. Some women don't have it in them now. And that's something that needs to be discussed. The ideology will still stand. It's just that the people have changed. I'm at a different place now. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. If I marry again, only thing I'm going to put on my taxes as job is fuck my husband. I promise you. Because if you want to marry me, it's some shit to come along with that. I'm not doing shit. I'm going to stay home and do exactly what you say. And that's where I am with that. I don't ever want to be married again. But I guarantee you, if I get married again, I will have the total package. I will be able to respect you as a man and still just sit at I will be happy to sit at your feet. Because you'll provide me with everything that I need.
All right now.
Okay, let's go with, let's see, Shantae, talk to me.
Wow. Okay. So yes. Yes, Mama Yoni, she was extremely aggressive. I'm not sure where that energy was coming from, but she was very aggressive. I don't necessarily disagree with her, but there are caveats to it. Number one, historically, Black women have not been able to have the grace or the space to give over control.
Mm-hmm.
Even in those times when marriage was an automatic thing, when we had strong family bonds, at any given time, and this is even after slavery, at any given time,
Mm-hmm.
those bonds could be broken. How we were scared for our husbands to leave out because we didn't know if we would find them hanging from a tree the next day.
Mm-hmm.
In the blink of an eye, that bond could be broken. And then once again, we'd be put in the position of having to be the head. We're forced into those patterns. Why do I say that? Because that stuff gets passed down and then it's hard to break. When you get to the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s, remember when they said in order for single mothers to get benefits, the man couldn't be in the house?
Mm-hmm.
They broke up the family then, right? So again, you have a woman trying to run everything because she's forced into that position. Then came the crack epidemic. You start locking up all these brothers, right? Giving them ridiculously long sentences. So now they in jail or they dead, right? Remember in the 90s with all the gun, we were shooting each other up like crazy, right? You losing all these men, losing all these men. Once again, we're forced into a position to have to run whatever we're trying to run, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you constantly have those circumstances, it is hard to walk away from them. So now we find ourselves in 2022 as Black folk in a position where you have men who are stable. You have Black men who are financially stable. They have a good head on their shoulders. They're educated, right? They're doing good for themselves, and we are so happy for them.
Hallelujah.
We're happy about it.
Thank you for being happy for me.
Now we have to juxtapose and bridge, right? This mentality that a lot of Black women were brought up with, because a lot of us were brought up with our mothers, right? Now we've got to bridge that mentality in those examples with, okay, now I do have a man in my life that respects me and cares for me and wants the best for me. How do I bridge that? And it's not a black and white conversation. It's not a one answer fits all conversation. But it is a conversation that needs to be had. You will find that you have a lot of black women who say that that's what they want, but when they get it, they don't know how to handle it because they weren't taught how to handle it. So when she says my husband runs everything for her, that works. Depending on the lens that you're looking through, some are going to say, oh my God, he's controlling her. Oh my God, that's horrible. Some are going to say, well, that's submission. Okay, so let's talk about submission. People equate submission with control. They equate submission with imprisonment. Somehow, as a woman, I'm being held captive. I can't have a thought for myself. I can't. True submission means that I trust you so much, and I trust that you, as the man in my life, have so much of my best interest at heart that I will step back. And when you make a decision, I'm good with it. If I can't trust you, I will never be able to submit to you. It is not about control. I don't have to fight and argue about everything that you, right? You make a decision. We don't have to fight about it. If I trust you. The problem is we black and we got trust issues. We don't even trust our own people, let alone everybody else. If you don't get past the trust issues, you could never understand where this young woman is coming from. And it's always going to look like, oh my God, a man is trying to control her, and that's a horrible thing. When that may not necessarily be the case.
Nada, what do you feel about that?
Well, I'm okay. So I'm just going to go back a little bit. So let's define the word queen. If you think about the 1800s, a queen was an independent woman of any state. It was she inherited her queen status either by birth or her husband had died and she inherited that position. Now, I don't know who plays chess, but I do have some chess players in my family. Now, when you have a queen piece, the queen can move in entity where she wants to on that
Anywhere.
board. So she really cannot say herself that she's a queen because there's nothing independent that I see about her. Um, I feel like she is in a relationship where she's being controlled. Growing up, I if nobody knows, I am an only child. Am I spoiled? Absolutely. I'm not going to negate that at all. I'm not going to deny it. But growing up, I was taught independent. I was taught how to, cook. I was taught how to clean. I was taught how to take care of the financial business. I was taught how to make it do what it do. I learned how to change my tire. I mean, there were certain things in life that I was taught.
Same here.
So if I'm going into a relationship with male or female, and I'm just going to leave it open like that, male or female, I would pray that he would have enough respect for my independence and me being the queen that I am to respect my independence, but I won't be so independent to a point where I don't need him. Is he ahead of my household? Absolutely. Biblically, absolutely yes. He's supposed to be my provider. He's supposed to be my protector. He's supposed to, do whatever he needs to do biblically. That I'm just gonna leave it wide open like that. But I feel like in this day and age, it's a shared responsibility because there are some men who are house husbands. I know a couple of them. I do know, and I respect them to the utmost as if they were, you know, the housewoman. You know, I respect his position. I do. I respect his position.
It was just the way you said it.
No, itty way.
It's okay. Husband, wife,
We got you.
house husband.
But yeah, I just have I agree with what she said for the most part, but I feel like something had to have happened for her to be that aggressive, and she had to prove a point to not only herself, but to him and to somebody else to make it seem like it's not what they see. That's just how I see it.
See, this is the funny thing that you mentioned to me, or that you mentioned to the show. You mentioned the game of chess.
Mm-hmm.
And if you understand chess at all,
Mm-hmm.
the queen is the baddest motherfucker on the fucking board. However, her main position on the game is to protect the king.
Protect her king. Protect her king. So true.
I'm just telling you what I know about chess.
It's
Sean.
true.
It's true. I'm not denying that at all.
We cannot deny that.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there for the people that don't know nothing.
Oh yeah,
I was in the back that didn't hear you. Say it one more time.
Did Vance just unmute himself to say?
No, see, wait, let me finish speaking for myself. This is not for a debate. I was just clarifying about the roles of chess because I thought that was a very good analogy that you used when you brought up chess. But then I had to think about in chess, what is the position of the queen? Like, okay, and let me break this down for everybody that has never played chess. The king, when playing and on the board, is the weakest motion out there outside to me of a pawn. You understand what I'm saying? Because it can only move one direction, and everybody else's position is to make sure that it's protected. That queen, though.
Yeah.
Like, listen. Your pawns can only go forward. Your rooks, they some bad motherfucker. They can go straight and they can go to the side. Bishops can hit angles.
Yes.
That queen, she's the only motherfucker on the board that can say, fuck it, I feel like going diagonal today. I feel like backing up. I feel like going to the side. I feel like just moving one piece. That's the queen, y'all.
But can I interject right there? So now that you have said that, I just thought about, okay, so while the queen is moving all over the board, she's scoping out the area to make sure that if her king goes into an area that he's not supposed to, or she sees danger, she can go back and protect him, you know, to make sure that he doesn't harm himself, he doesn't injure himself, you know, in anything.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Robinson.
But I will say, y'all may disagree, and I'm cool with that. I respect it. But I will not submit to a man who is not worth submitting to. If he has not shown inty thing.
I could totally
respect that.
Worth submitting to, and then I'm not going to submit to a man that don't belong to me either.
Come on now. Say it.
I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Don't preach, girl. Preach.
Say it, sis.
I felt that. I mean, I ain't go to church Sunday, so I felt that.
Come on. In your opinion, I understand.
Thank you.
All right, come on, talk to me. Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, Big Vance. Talk to me, Big Vance. Talk to me, Big Vance. Talk to me, Vance. Come on, nigga.
This mission going both ways, and I have no issue with it. Like you said, it's supposed to be a trust degree. That's how I look at it. Because if I truly give you, and I put all the chips in your court, and I tell you, house money, try to come back with 2-3 more. By all means, trust you. I want you to do that. Even if you don't do it, we're gonna get back to the drawing board, and we gonna make another plan to take over the next day. Pinky the brain all day. But at any point, I feel like slip and like that video. I see something like about. Oh no! Oh hell no! And you're right. My mother sure told me have your own. Make sure you're able to sufficiently your business and be good in the world, especially when it comes in on anybody. So but a person that I thrive in a relationship. I thrive my life. Anything I do is purpose to me. I take it and I truly run with it. So with it. But like I said, the minute I see anything sketchy, it might turn into something else. I ain't gonna lie. I've always brought up that I always gave that disclaimer up beforehand.
You brought up the conversation of trust, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Trust is an inside job. And you ask me, what do I mean about it's an inside job? It's a job that you got to figure out on your own. You have to figure out if you trust anything. Okay. And it's amazing to me. I can understand why at this point in time people don't trust relationships, because as a whole, our community, we don't trust anybody that we deal with, because it's so much bullshit out here that trust has to be earned. It has to be something that I can see in somebody. Well, back in the day, you sort of trusted motherfuckers a little bit more,
collectively, Russ, as a group, we have PTSD.
A little bit more room,
right? We have so much scar tissue. Yeah, we have so much scar tissue, collectively and individually. Yeah. That is what gives that pause to because we have so much scar tissue. Scar tissue. If anybody's ever had surgery, if you've ever had surgery, you know that scar tissue is tough. It's actually tougher than the original skin and membrane that was there before the surgery took place. It's the same as when you break a bone. Yeah. Most of you know that when you break a bone, it actually heals and grows back stronger in that particular area than the original bone. Scar tissue is tough. It's hard. So if we trying to break that down, that takes time, because it is. Yes, Camille, it's layered. Scar tissue is tough and hard and layered. And we got so much scar tissue to get through. The problem is that we think that shit is supposed to happen overnight. This ain't a Disney movie, and it never will be. This is not magic. You ain't looking for the petals to fall off the rose and you're going to kiss the beast and it's going to turn into a handsome prince and y'all going to live happily ever after. Get over that shit. This is work. Relationships are work. And people aren't willing to put the work in.
You better preach. You better preach.
People aren't willing to put the work in to really get to know each other. Physician, heal thyself. Fix your shit first before you start trying to run out. And number one, expect somebody to do it for you, because that's never going to happen. If you constantly looking for somebody outside yourself to fix you, you're going to keep them on a pedestal until they don't fix what you should have been fixing. And then they're going to fall off your pedestal. And now that one's hit the dirt. And then you're going to go to the next one. And you're going to keep expecting somebody else to fix your shit until you fix your own shit. So physician, heal thyself.
Yeah.
And then start having conversations about, now, who do I want in my space? Who deserves to be in my space? We don't ask ourselves that question. Who deserves to be in my space? Because not everybody should have that privilege. Just because you tell me I'm beautiful don't mean you automatically deserve to be in my space. Right. That's wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. But who are you? Who are you? If you know me, I'm a very passionate person. I love music. I talk about politics. I'm always talking about what's going on with our people. I'm extremely opinionated. If I can't sit down and have a conversation with you, we ain't got nothing to talk about, boo. Who are you? You got to get to know this person, whoever he or she is. Otherwise, you're playing. And then we want to get mad because we keep saying, oh, none of my relationships worked out. And they keep. Well, honey, the common denominator is you. So what ain't you doing? That's where these relationships, this ain't doing what it ain't cooking how you want it to cook.
See, and that's what I preach every show that we do. We can have as much fun looking at somebody else's bullshit, but every once in a while we should have some type of topic that comes across us, and you got to look at the shit for yourself. There have been, like shit that we done ran on the show and had conversations on the show. Y'all done damn near seen me in tears before, like, god damn it, this shit got me feeling some type of way. But if you don't fucking face that shit on your own, how do you expect anybody else to deal with your shit? If you listen, this is the key. How do you expect anybody else to deal with you and your shit if you have not dealt with you and your shit? If you got shit that you're carrying, you might as well at least know what type of shit you're walking around with. You might as well know what it smells like. You might as well know when you you might as well know when you farted or whatever. That's my fart. That's my stank. That's my shit right there. You should know your shit. The problem is, and I've met people like this, they be fine. They physically attractive to you, and you are attractive to them. Y'all get into a relationship until you touch a bump in the road where they have touched something that is uncomfortable to them. Then it's either fight or flight. Some people have left you in your life not because you were wrong, just because the rubber met the road. It was something about you that I can't pull this shit with this motherfucker. Or shit that they used to be able to pull with you, they just can't pull it no more.
That part.
You feel what I'm saying? Because listen, that's the part most of us got to get to. We got to get past looking at other people's shit and saying, where is my shit fucked up? You know what I'm saying? Look at yourself in the mirror and physically say to yourself, yo, who the fuck am I looking at in the mirror? And what do I like about this person? What don't I like about this person? What do I need to keep the same? And what do I need to change?
But see, some people are not ever going to get to that point, Rush. We talk about therapy a lot on this show, and I don't know how many people actually listen to that part of it. We systematically have been taught to keep whatever happens in this house. And that also shuts us off from feelings. You know what I'm saying? Therapy is a very valuable tool. And people don't realize, I for myself didn't realize how therapeutic it is for you to actually do what you just said. When you have to strip yourself of all of everything that you think you are and stand in front of that mirror and systematically go down the list of things.
And have nobody patting you on the back. Ain't nobody patting you on the back and telling you how good you are. You look at yourself.
And I'm going to tell you from experience, that week was a whole crying week for me. A whole week. And I've accomplished a lot of things. But there are still things that I feel like I need to do better, things that are not right with me. And until you actually can, because that takes some courage, and it's a whole bunch of pain. I promise you it is, because you're looking at the outside surface and people are looking at the outside surface of who you are, but that's not who you are. I can say all day, every day, I don't like the fact that I have gray hair. That's not really an insult. I can't do nothing about that. But I can say that, hey, I'm an honest person. I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I'm not necessarily caring. I don't want to hurt anybody with my truth. But I also want you to know what that truth is. You can't go through life just being just showing that one side. That's why these relationships are failing. This is why things are the way they are. And it's why I say what I say. You can talk a really good game to me. You can do whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say, but when it all boils down to, do you deserve to be in my space? Do you deserve to come in here where I've cleaned house and shit in my house? You don't, and I'm not going to allow it. I'm just not. You can come and you can have an immaculate house of your own, and I can come in and say, oh, well, I don't like this in your house. I have a choice at that point. I can talk to you about changing it, or I can just go. I can be done.
Yeah. Listen, all right, come on, Eda, talk to us. Read some of these comments and talk to us. First of all, give us your opinion about what we've been talking about. And then read these comments. And I'm going to go ahead to this next clip, because this next one is good to the motherfucker. Yes, it is.
Speaking from being a wife previously, it's very different. Being to the point to where you know what's what, and saying, okay, I'm in that position of being taught to say,
Who told you to get undressed? Why aren't you getting undressed in the
I'm
middle of
not
the
getting undressed, G. I've been sitting
I
here
got,
like
do
Let
I
y'all
need to
done
it
go get
seen.
my
Let it
feet
rock.
No,
feet
listen,
first? I got a couple
listen.
of
If
them.
y'all done,
Let it rock.
listen, if y'all done seen me for the past
Yo,
45
bro. Wait, because I got the fan on me.
minutes, listen. If y'all been paying attention to the show, I've
I've
been
been
like in and
trying.
out my shirt
Yo,
like
he beat me to
like
it.
for 10, for like 20 minutes because I'm like, yo, man, this shirt just feels so uncomfortable for me right now. Yeah, go ahead, send them dollars to go ahead. Come on, go ahead, finish your comment. Y'all paying attention to these guns. Go ahead. I feel you. I feel you. Go ahead. Even a
but
22 will lay you down. Okay, come on, come on.
stupid, you stupid. But I mean,
Thing, right?
going through, like you say, being taught of saying, you got to do this to make sure you do this and you do that and do that. But when you don't have somebody to appreciate what you're doing for them, to where you work 10 hours to 12 hours a day, but yet still you come home every day after battling through traffic, cook, clean every day, and you don't bother or beg to say, well, honey, can you do this or do that? But because you don't do something right, it's negative, or you're not being a good wife. But hey, it is what it is. So that's how you got to know who to have to respect and trust. And like you say, that respect and that trust comes in. My key thing was, I didn't ask you to do this. I submit properly. I submit
That's
to the
what
person that I can, like you say, when you submit to the person that you, and people fail to realize, it's like they think, oh, well, you just this and you that. No, it's not being a person that you just weak. But when you have that communication to where you each submit to one another, it goes hand in hand. But people miss that. Every man, some men, not all men, some men and some women feel like, well, if you submit to them, they controlling you. It's not about control. It's about being together in a game of life and coming together as partners and as one, and not trying to battle each other, but let's play this game together, because you come out better on top than you do separately.
Okay, read these
That's
comments.
how,
Ignore
yeah.
these ladies sitting up here talking about these guns. They trying to get me naked. Just ignore these motherfuckers out here. I'm reading some of this shit
Ain't
right
nobody looking at you.
No, they trying to see some niplets right now. I know my people. I know who be watching my show. Then when they get to talking about taking it off, I be knowing they be serious. All right, come on,
bro,
come
put
on,
your
read
cash
these
check up. It's about it's bling.
Vance, mute yourself. Vance, you in the timeout. Rush, you
Cash
in
up about
timeout.
to
Mute
ring
yourself.
on.
Um, Vance, you in timeout. Mute yourself. Put you
Oh,
on
let me
mute.
get my sex
Um,
face off.
Y'all are so silly. Conda says, you are an adult, sweetheart, not his child. I feel what she's saying, but I'm thinking she's wording it the wrong way. What is you doing?
I
What
swear,
did you
bro. Put
just
the
do?
cash up at the. I'm telling you.
Come on, y'all, come on. Let her finish reading these comments, man.
I'm done
Come
with
on.
you, Russ. So
You about to go with a
she
roll,
says she's
bro. You about to get this
contradicting
magic Mike
Hold
style.
herself.
on,
What's
man.
She
Let her
doesn't
read the
sound like
comments.
Vance, mute yourself. I'm muting you, Vance. Mute yourself. She's being independent. She sounds controlled. And then Yolanda said, here we go. Marguerite said, it's the allow for me. What mama wants, daddy gets. Laugh out loud and vice versa. Hello. Tasha says she sound angry, but I agree the man should be the head. Camille says very. She said this is submission. That's all, and most ain't ready to talk about it. Hello. Marguerite said times have changed. Women are not submissive like that. Tasha said the man should love his wife like he loves himself. Amen. Conda says she indeed sounds very aggressive, like she is trying to convince herself and someone else. She sounds big mad. Hashtag face asker.
Oh my God.
Keep
All
reading.
right,
Just
I
keep
love
going.
Conda. I love that Conda.
We
Yes.
gonna
Oh,
get there.
oh,
We
oh,
gonna get
we
there.
got money flying. We got money flying. Okay. Camille says depends on who you ask. When I remarry, I need my husband to be that. I need to be able to trust him in order to fully submit to him. Hello. Shantae said that part to Camille. Courtney said a lot of people know they nowadays have misconstrued what it really means to be led in a relationship. Doesn't mean he controls you. Doesn't mean he treats you like a child either. Camille says the ideology stands. We choose mates based on misconceptions of what a good man or a good woman is. Those lines have blurred. Courtney says big facts. Connie says, hello, I know that's right. Miss Shantae, her ass Miss Shantae, her ass mad because he's controlling her, and someone called her on it. So she took it to social media to make a point. Mama Yoni says, right, but submission is different. Trust. Camille says, trust. That's it. That's all. Renee says, so true. Mama Yoni says, trust is a thing. If there is no trust, nothing will be accomplished. Camille said, understand that a man cannot enter a relationship expecting a woman to be submitted to, nor can a woman enter a relationship willingly submitting. Folks out here using words and can't spell them. Let someone use them in a proper context. Come on now. Mama Yoni said, I'm sorry, Shantae said yes to Camille. Renee says, some of us were taught never to depend on a man to take care, always have your own. That is true. Mama says, I always says, God bless the child that's got his own. Mama Yoni says, Camille Robinson, you're so correct. Mama Yoni says, D Jones, this is true also. Renee and Marguerite said, the queen always sacrifices for the king, but the game must be played with strategy. Courtney says, queen protects the king in chess. Marguerite says, without a strong woman, then that man isn't either. Renee says, amen. Conda says, speak truth definitely have to be worth submitting to. Lead with authority, honesty, and respect, as well as integrity. Marguerite says, so now why are strong women are portrayed as weak when we do so much to begin with that a strong woman has to be handled and or controlled or owned. Mama Yoni says to Conda, true. Conda says, cause if you own bullshit, I'm giving your ass a side eye. I will listen to you, but I'm not hearing shit. Camille said that's true and it's layered. The deeper the cut, the harder the tissue. Marguerite says, like an onion. Camille said it takes time. Mama Yoni says, Marguerite Haynes, because of the mindset when we as women do everything and we don't put up with BS, then they think we got to be handled. I can't be handled. I refuse. Hello. Camille says it's work and it's sacrifice and it's compromise. Marguerite says, if life was easy, have a manual step by step. We would have a manual. Camille replying to Marguerite said, and if it was easy, we'd have it all. Exactly. But Renee's replying to Mama Yoni saying exactly. Marguerite replied to Mama Yoni, handle me in the bedroom, but respect me as a person, because I'm not a lesser person, because it don't swing. Camille says you have to face you. Mama Yoni said, Marguerite, right. Camille said, because the attraction you're developed is surface. Shantae said, yes. Camille said, what we claim we want requires some deep work and truth telling. Shantae said, please press the thumbs up, y'all. Algorithm. Marie said, what goes on in the house stays in the house. Camille says, fall on your face and accept who you really are. It really is. Marguerite says, have to check yourself before you can advise someone else. Camille says, you're having to accept that sometimes you are the issue. And she also replied to Marguerite, yes, ma'am. Oh, Marguerite says, strip show. Camille says, it's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. They be playing. Renee says, some people will leave because you require a lot. I know I require a lot because I give a lot. Exactly. Marguerite said, take it all off, yo. Why you stop? Titty Tuesday.
No, it ain't.
Titty Tuesday. Conda
It is
said,
Titty
Russ get
Tuesday.
naked. Mama throwing the money at you. Camille says, down in the valley where Russ get naked.
Get naked with me, baby.
Marguerite says, laugh out loud, flash dance. Where's the bucket and water? Oh.
She got me.
Camille wrote back. She said, 1, 2, break them. 3, 4, rack them. Let me get my pole ready. All right. Oh, all right. All right, Conda to Camille. All right now.
Nita got
And
all the ones.
yes, I see Nita
Hey,
got all the ones. Tasha said Tasha
hey,
said she
bro.
just shared it.
Wait, stop
And as Shantae
it.
said, thank you. I ain't got
Thanks,
my
Tasha.
monies.
I
I ain't
love
got
I
Tasha.
my
keep ones,
I'm trying
I
to
so
get.
usually do. I can
I'm
I can
trying
make
to.
it drizzle.
I'm trying to get Tasha and her sister out here. They doing their own show. Y'all make sure I'm gonna make sure I share their shit too, because she's doing a wonderful job. She does a lot of fucking good shit. She's not like us. She's not crazy as shit like us. She don't talk a bunch of crazy shit with like us on
Sorry, I
the
don't feel that I'm crazy, sir.
You mean crazy as shit like
Speak
you?
for yourself.
Right. My therapist said I was not crazy.
Well, we are one. That's what I want to let you
We are
motherfuckers
not
know.
married, so
My
therefore we are
therapist said
not
I'm not
one.
crazy.
If you motherfuckers did not know, we are one. I'm not hearing that shit.
No.
Nobody
Yes,
They know when two
yes,
become
yes.
one.
I'm with my Leonie.
Press the code again for a
No
few
ring
minutes
on it?
later. You're talking shit. You're talking shit.
My
lady.
therapist said I ain't crazy, and my Xanax said the same thing. Now,
See?
Exactly.
Listen,
Let me know I ain't fucking with y'all. All right, now listen, y'all.
that part.
This next clip.
My grandmama said,
Now, when
"You
I
only
saw this
crazy when
next
you
clip,
start
y'all.
answering your
Hold
phone."
on, bro. When I saw this next clip, y'all, this next clip just like completely fucked me up, right? All right, so it's obviously some niggas in the crib and they was getting drunk, right, and getting fucked up. So one nigga, all I saw when I read the clip was it said some shit about motherfucker getting beat up. But when I watched the clip, it cracked me up because the nigga that was, well, I ain't gonna even give it away. Yeah, y'all watch this one.
Fuck out of here, nigga. My shit wrecked.
This nigga crazy.
What's up?
Rob, get out, get
What's
out.
up? Come on, let's go.
Get out, you done.
My shit wrecked.
Get out. Talk to me again, you done.
Come on, let's my shit wrecked.
Nigga, you live in my house for a
Nah,
month.
let you go. Go ahead,
Nah, you
go
out.
ahead.
Nah, you fucking out.
Nah, you out.
Nah, nigga, you out.
You chasing me.
Nigga, you hit like a bitch and you fucking out, nigga.
I ain't that bitch.
Get the fuck out of my apartment.
Let's go.
Get the fuck out of my apartment
Let's
right
go.
now. We're making a weight competition. You wanna hit me, nigga?
Let's go.
You really think you wanna hit me, nigga?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna hit you.
Now get out.
I'm gonna hit you now.
Do it again then.
I throw you
I swear to
uppercut.
God, do it again, nigga.
I throw uppercut.
Nigga, you done.
What?
Get the fuck out.
What?
Oh shit.
Come on. Yeah, come on. I'm sick.
I'm sorry.
He said, "You gonna what?" He said, "All right, it's gone." He gave.
Oh my
He
goodness.
deserved
Wait a
that.
minute.
I'm sorry.
Wait, whoa.
He deserved. I see that
No,
in
no,
Brooklyn
no.
every day. I'm sorry.
I can understand the fact that we say that he deserves
He
it.
deserved that.
I do believe he deserves it.
All that.
But what the problem that I had with the video is that it took that long for a nigga to fire off on a nigga. Like if a nigga didn't fired on me, I'm not gonna open the door and say leave. You just leave. Just get the fuck out. It's
You can tell he was drunk though.
this
Everybody was
is the
wet.
thing. I think that the nigga that won the fight initially he didn't think he could win
I don't think that's the case at all.
until he caught that nigga.
Nah,
I don't think that
I don't
was
think
it,
he
man.
wanted to fight.
I think
That's what it was.
right.
It's a
I think
difference.
that he was trying to be the bigger person and not fight him. Because
You
here's
didn't
the
see my
deal.
face, mama. I'm swear to
Yeah.
God.
I understand.
I love all y'all
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
you know him
If-
about
and
it.
I'm gonna say this
He
right
had that
now. I'm gonna
face
say
on
this
like-
right now on the show. I'm gonna say this right now on the show because y'all know I throw a
You
fucking
right.
party and tell all y'all to come to the house from all over the country. Y'all know I do it. I've done it before. If I ever do that shit, and any of you motherfuckers say, you know what, I think this is a good time to punch Russ in the face. Understand this. Russ is gonna forget we ever did this fucking show. And I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass right where you stand.
I wouldn't even
Or-
mad at you.
or-
that's the rule. That's the
Or
rule.
I'm gonna get my ass whooped trying to whoop your ass. One of the two gonna fucking happen. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna stand there.
One of
and
the
let you
others.
just-
Two choices.
Listen,
No,
you're not
no
gonna
more.
clock the fuck out me. Listen. You're not gonna clock the fuck out me, and then
Not in
I'll
my
be
house.
like stumbling. Right? Listen. Let's play this shit all over again. He rocked his ass, and the nigga he rocked he fell over. He was like,
One
oh
more time.
shit, and then he got up and was like, you gotta go. The second I would have said, oh shit, this nigga didn't hit. The second
don't
I'd
fall
have
out
got
that
back
chair.
up. It'd have been like some shit out of a fucking movie. It'd be like, that fucking punch is coming out of nowhere. Like, boom. Like, we'd have been rumbling right there.
Like a Powerpuff Girl.
I need that shit all. I can't stand
Dang. Nada. Yeah, he do like Pop Poker.
Fuck you. I can't stand your ass, nigga. You know what? That's why your ass over there can't breathe.
Like,
Okay, breathe.
they tell you leave.
That's why Lord got your ass can't breathe right now. That's why you're over there fighting bronchitis right now. I was about to pray for you for the shows this week. I was about to get the keyboard and everything, nigga. You gonna fuck around and suffer for 2 more days, nigga. Come on, talk to me, talk to me,
He do like a
Shantae.
Pop-Up girl.
Shantae. Oh, okay. All right. Y'all, you know what? I'm from a city where listen. I'm trying to tell y'all do not want to play the dozens with me. I'm gonna leave that right there. Because if I play the dozens with any of y'all gonna be like, oh, that nigga didn't say that. And come on, keep playing with me. Let's go. How do you feel about that, Shantae?
It's the comments. It's the comments for me.
Nigga, your name Shantae. Nigga, your name not Shantae.
Hold on, Vince.
Calm down, nigga. You not Shantae.
You know, you talk about the
It's
like, yo, this is what we do.
Nigga, you have no breasts, nigga. Will you shut up? I'm talking to Shantae. The one with the biggest, the second biggest titties on this show. Can I get the response from the second?
No.
She number 3.
No, I'm not gonna take that crown away from any of my sisters. Okay.
We don't want it.
Y'all got me feeling like I gotta play the clip all over again.
No, okay.
Play it one more time.
No.
I would Conda's comment had me dying. I almost
yeah.
suffocated. She said the fridge did more fighting.
Yes.
It's the slipping and sliding for me. I couldn't. After a while, I could, and everything was like, was it just me or was everything in such slow motion? Like it was victims, but it was
No.
That's alcohol. Slow everything down.
Could I punch you in your shit? This Shantae, can I punch you in your shit and then you just be like, get out. Just get out. Just get the fuck out.
We'll fight tonight and talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Look, we'll fight tonight and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Cheers, my nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Somebody got to feel a punch.
I done told y'all big girl fighting rules before. You sit on folks, okay? I'm about
Hello,
to
high
sit
five.
on your ass, okay?
Yes, give it to me.
I'm a sit. There is a sitting that happens, okay? It's a weight thing. You got to pull that up. You got to pull that up from the ass and just plow this right on.
I've known that since I was 10.
It's a process, okay? It's a process to me. That's all I'm saying.
You use your weight, my sister. Always. That's the way.
This nigga said
you use your weight, and then especially when fighting too. And when you gotta hit somebody, you put all your weight because that's when you gonna knock that hell out of. You got to come from the feet all the way up the thighs.
You got to pull it from them cankles,
yes,
okay?
And then sit on them
all my life. You got to pull it from them cankles. You know you can't see from your ankle. Okay,
they don't understand.
You got to pull it up from there. Okay, pull all the way up from there. Just go.
I'm scared.
You know, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm telling you, should be scared. I mean, he was
very,
very nice initially. Like
he tried.
He did. He tried to be honorable and just like, okay, you got that off. Now you got to get the fuck out. But no, I don't think that I got it in me to even do that type of thing. Cause
I don't even think.
No,
you hit me. The ambulance gonna be called.
Yeah.
He connected real good.
Hey,
I know how to play an innocent girl very well because I would have beat the dog shit out of his ass. It did look like a Three Stooges thing. Yeah.
Shirley got involved.
She did and kept on slipping and falling. That was the most hilarious clip I've ever seen.
Wow.
You should do us a favor, Rush, and play it one more time for me.
Come on, Rush, one more time.
No, because we got a time limit.
I'm playing with your nipples and play the video.
Please.
See, why you notice the nipples? Listen.
Cause you playing with
them. But you playing with them real hard.
You on the big screen.
Get off my nipples now. God damn it. I got
You get off your nipples.
Nipple
I'm
time,
sorry.
nipple time,
I'm
nipple
sorry.
time.
Pop some Molly, you sweat.
Tina, I was about to ask you what the fuck you was about to say about this, but I think I'm about to just pass you up. I think I'm just like fuck Eda right now. I think I'm letting her talk first on the next clip. After I talk. This motherfucker ain't shit.
Go, Camille. You right.
All right,
Get
y'all.
lonely too.
Eda, would you like? All right, fuck it. I'm going to the next clip. You just blew yourself. I was about to come your way. I was about to come your way, and then you fucked around and came with that shit. And then I'm getting niggas is texting me like, "Why you take your shirt off?" Like I don't know. I was just getting comfortable in my crib. Niggas just texting me like, "Why you take your shirt off?"
You trying to increase the show. You trying to build the show.
I was just y'all have
Shit went up. I bet you it went
Algorithm
up.
is important, y'all. Algorithm is important.
This is what's fucked up though. Y'all have seen me in my tank top before. I don't understand what the fuck made tonight so important. This is not the first time y'all have seen her.
It was just the fact that it was just random. We just sitting there having, and you just
No, in the middle of me talking, you decided to take your shirt off. I said, really? Like I'm talking and you just go. I'm like,
I bet you got like 10 extra
I
shit.
pray all y'all sperm count drop 10% tonight.
I don't have sperm.
This is
Thank you very much.
this is
We
I'm
love
about to play.
you. We love you.
All right.
Fuck
y'all.
yeah, I'm the only guy on the show.
Your tattoos are so nice. We love
yes,
you.
it is. Especially that right arm.
Y'all motherfuckers ain't shit.
That
No.
right arm is real sexy.
Y'all ain't shit. Hey, listen.
Show that right gun. Like, hey.
Liz, will you shut the fuck up so I can play the next clip? You nasty motherfucker. Oh my god.
Hey, Rush.
All right, Camille said she gonna share it 10 times.
10 more times.
She gonna share it 10 times and you owe your chest. Go get the oil.
I got lotion.
Uh-oh.
I've been trying to
I can
stay.
spray you. I can spray it. I can spray you.
I've been trying to, stay on Facebook and shit like that. So I'm just
And brush the beard. You gotta brush the beard.
Where your brush
gotta
at?
get the brush at. Yes.
No, y'all don't need y'all from where y'all talking. Y'all don't need to see me brush my beard.
Yes, we do. Your numbers will go up. They'll triple.
No, y'all not gonna talk no more shit tonight. Y'all nasty motherfuckers. Y'all just
We dressed.
Yeah.
Mama, we don't know what the fuck you got on over there. Your shit won't even come on. You might be over there playing with your stuff. Listen,
I sent the picture of it. I ain't playing I sent the picture of it.
Let me go on to the next goddamn clip. Goddamn, y'all won't let me move on. Right? Listen.
Say it with your chest. Camille, a Defiant after dark.
Shut the fuck up. I'm about to play the next clip. Dirty motherfucker. Here we go. Shut up. Shut your face. Put that finger in your mouth and shut the fuck up. Here we go.
Did you see?
That's my daughter.
Abusing your daughter.
No, you got to get your ass abused if you keep fucking talking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want you to
That's
try
why you
it.
recording.
I want you to try
That's why
it.
your ass recording.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Try it.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yeah.
see what happens.
That's why you recording.
See what
Fake ass
happens.
mom. That's fake ass
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Your motherfucking mind. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. You are abusive. You are abusive. You are abusive. That little girl, you just hit her. You don't do that.
Don't point at
You
my
don't do
goddamn
that in
door.
public.
Don't
You
point
don't do
at
that
my
in
goddamn door.
public. You don't do that in public.
You hide too
You
much
don't do
shit.
that in. You don't do
hide
that
too
in.
much shit.
You're going to jail.
You
You're
better
going
not
to
point at my
jail.
goddamn
You're
door.
going to jail.
Yeah, put your motherfucking
You're going to
hands
jail.
down.
You're going to jail.
What are we waiting?
You're going.
Are we
Oh,
going
don't worry.
anywhere?
Don't worry.
Where we going?
Don't worry.
All right, where we going? Where we going? Where we going? We waiting.
And you should be ashamed.
You should be ashamed. Wait.
If you come back here, I promise you, girl, you better take your ass on. You better take your ass on. First of all, I was talking to that man.
That's my daughter.
Is that his daughter? Is that your daughter?
With your dumb ass? Put it right there. Say Journey with your stupid ass.
That don't mean that's your daughter.
That don't mean that's your hair to look fucked up. Tell them motherfuckers
Seriously.
That's a 12. Yeah.
You gotta be
You
can't be serious.
with the motherfucking jeans on, ain't you? You hot as hell. You ain't even fucking down your damn self. With your dirty ass fucking Yeezys on. Tell the camera to look down at your fucking Yeezys, you dirty ass.
Y'all are crazy. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I'm calling CPS. I'm calling CPS.
Step your
It's
ass out
sad.
and tell somebody about their fucking kid. You should shut the fuck up.
Y'all should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. Right here just hit this little girl upside the head. I know. Listen, this guy.
How the fuck you gonna tell me that?
There's cameras. There's cameras.
That's my motherfucking
There's
daughter.
cameras. There's cameras. There's cameras.
What's wrong with you?
This guy
Don't
just.
you ever fucking my daughter.
He just.
My daughter, bitch. You better tell me that my daughter ain't my daughter, bitch. Yeah, tell me that shit outside this place.
Dirty World Rick. Got it.
Yeah. Everybody know bitch is tied in the middle of my motherfucking throat. Your stupid ass. Get a fucking pen to do something for once. The fucking $13 an hour. That's not my
Okay, let's talk about it. A man hit his door. Now, we did not see the hit, but this was what I thought of immediately watching this clip. What did the daughter do initially to create the response from the father to hit the door? You feel what I'm saying? Because being raised in a black ass community, I've been popped in a fucking mall before. I've been popped in the mall for not walking fast enough for my mama. Get your ass up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what was the initial action that caused her to be so aggressive? Because when I first started to watch the clip, I was getting ready to say, "Oh, this dirty motherfucker," but then when I saw how he started hollering like, "Yo, this is my motherfucking kid," and he was like animate about like, "Yo, this is my fucking shorty," I'm like, "Yo, that's how my mama would have been if a motherfucker would have told her about what the fuck she was doing with me back in the day." And I don't know if, you know, was my mama right or wrong in the way that she disciplined me? I don't fucking know, because I think I'm doing pretty good right the fuck now. You feel what I'm saying? She kept me away from a lot of bullshit, you know, and my mama wasn't the type to just fuck me up because she felt like fucking somebody up. I deserved some type of fucking up in this at that point because I did some fucked up shit. You feel what I mean? I snuck out the crib. I fucked around and, you know, didn't come home when I was supposed to. I was over somebody else's crib where she told me not to, you know what I mean? When I came home and got them ass whoopings that I got, nigga, well, guess what? Even though I had to take them and I hated the fuck my mama whooped the fuck out me, I knew I was in the fucking wrong when I did what the fuck I did. So I'm wondering what was the history that made the father hit the child, because it's like, yo, it made me feel some type of different way about like, well, okay, well, what if this was an unruly child that was just doing some fucked up shit and just did some fucked up shit and deserved a little, so calm your motherfucking ass down out here. I'm out here in public. You know how black folks is. We out here in fucking public. Calm your motherfucking ass down. So what do y'all feel about that? Let's go with Mama Yoni. Talk to me.
Well, here's how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what the kid did. We don't know what happened with how he hit the kid in the head. Now, for me, I feel like there are some definite black and white things, not black people, white people, but concrete black and white things that are considered abuse and some that are not. For me, if you are clowning with me, wherever we at, you're gonna stop clowning with me because I'm gonna make you stop.
Right.
Now, and I get that with being a mandatory reporter. But to me, abuse like that, or what is considered abuse, is subjective. Because he could have hit her in the back of the head, just popped her in the head and said, okay, come on. Or she wasn't crying still.
Might have been doing something to make him say, stop it.
Right. So and we don't know what happened. So my thing is, if he just popped her in the back of the head, that's not considered abuse. If he strangled her ass and threw her up against the wall, that's definitely abuse. But it's really subjective to who you are as a person. You know what I'm saying? We've all had different experiences. I would not necessarily consider popping a kid in the back of the head or
Mama.
tapping them on their forehead abuse.
Mama, check this out.
Yes.
I just thought of this scenario. What if it was a situation where he was already reprimanding the child verbally and the child was sort of feeling herself and talking back a little?
Yeah.
Whew.
It's still a close call. I don't feel like anyone should be hit in the face. That's a no-no for me. And especially a child. You know, I wish we could see, I want to see how she was hit, because for me, some people are just try to be in your business. I have a whole problem about you talking to me about disciplining my child, period. Because unless you're finna take my child home with you to raise, shut the fuck up talking to me about it. Don't tell me how to do with my kid. Now, if it was something that the sound was heard across the world, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. But we don't know. We can't really judge judge what's going on with that. If they were being verbally abused.
I got you, Tay. I think we lost Mama Yoni. Tay, talk to me.
So if y'all saw the writing, it was hard to read, but she typed in the video that what caused her concern was that he hit the girl so hard that she damn near fell down. He hit her in the head so hard that she lost her balance and she was about to fall. That's what triggered the person that started the video. Now, is it a fair assessment to say we don't know what happened before and kids they mouth off, they feel, I believe me, I know, yes, I have a girl, I get it. At the same time, I don't think it's an either or, it's an and. We still have to keep our eyes open, because what one defines as discipline, the judicial system would define as abuse. Yes, we grew up with black mamas. Yes, our mamas popped us. Yes, you got whoopings. I understand that. But there is a line. And we do have to recognize and always remember the reality that kids get severely abused every day. And some parents who do the abusing don't give a fuck whether you see them or not. They ain't always trying to hide that shit. So it's a matter of careful observation. So I'm only saying that to say that discipline is one thing. If the girl was acting out or whatever, I get it as a parent. But what she said that triggered her was the fact that he hit her so hard that she lost her balance. And you do have to kind of say, wait a minute, what's going on here? And she said she asked him, why did you do that? It takes a brave person to ask, because like most parents, we say, well, wait a minute, you can't tell me what to do with my child. At the same time, you got so many children that don't have anybody to stand up for them to at least ask the question, hold on, what's happening here? Is everything okay? In actuality, we do have to do that, even when it's uncomfortable. Another red flag for me was how aggressive the parents got. It's one thing to say, ma'am, I understand your concern. There was a situation here. That's how my husband felt to deal with it. I appreciate your concern, but I'm gonna need you to mind your own business and keep on going. This constant yelling and screaming and all in the face and all, what is you doing all that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, just the level of aggression would have been kind of a concern for me. But I just want to put that out there because, and again, I'm not disagreeing with Mama Yoni at all, because kids will be kids. That sometimes they act up, they act asses in public when you don't want them to. I get all that. But I'm just saying, she put in the video, that's why she even started recording, was because she saw the way the girl reacted to the physical hit.
Okay. Talk to me, Nada.
I totally agree with Tay and Mama Yoni. Since we do not know what transpired before then, it's kind of hard to gauge on the scale of where. I guess what I did not agree with the fact that the parents went back and forth with the employee. That I did not agree with. It just shows me that they display that type of behavior at home with their
Mhm.
children. So there is that just lets me know that there is some type of verbal something abuse going on, whether it's verbal or physical. There is some type of abuse, just judging by how they reacted to someone getting in their business. For me, if that weren't the case, I believe that they would have handled that conversation with the employee totally differently. But since they yelled, the girl tried to go over the counter and try to beat the girl, it's some foolery going on in that household. So and again, we don't know, but I did when the little caption came up, that was the first thing I read before I actually watched the video. And that was pretty as a, I don't consider myself a reporter, but I still do. It's we can sometimes see things that can be alarming. Should we say something? It almost kind of you just kind of have to gauge the situation. I'm just not gonna say, just wow, why you hit that child? No, that's just not my thing. If I feel in my gut that something is going on, yes, I'm going to say something. But yeah, that's just how I feel. It's I'm just kind of caught between a rock and a hard place with this one.
Talk to me, big man.
Mm-hmm.
Vance?
As a parent, I know for a fact nobody can tell me nothing about my kids. But I know I have to be very aware of what goes on and who's watching. I know that because at any point you be jammed up with a whole ace and have your whole life spread out for them to with a microscope and all that. Like I get it, but I know wholeheartedly I care about my kid. That's why nobody can say nothing to me. But I get it. Like if somebody's bringing whatever to my attention, then maybe I might have went a little too far. I have boys, so I know I'm rough with them. I want that they have to have a discipline to them because I do not want them. That's something I'm assessing. Me and my wife, we kind of get in not drag out arguments about it. But I stand on the fact that my boys will not be. I mean, they won't be dealt with by the streets and by jail systems and all that. They will be dealt with by me first at home.
Because
They
as a
won't get that
man, you
lesson
know what's
here
out there.
before they go
You know what's out there
out
as a
and
black
have
man.
to live under the time. Exactly. And I've dodged it all. 32 years on this earth, have never spent a day in jail or anybody's facility. God for it. And my sons, especially, black men in America. That is truly our path. Like from the grave is jail or dead. And I promise you once, I'll be going first. And I tell them all it's 11, and I got one that's about to be 4. Like I don't have time. I don't. And my mother
Talk to me, E.
Reason why I've never done it. I've never done it there.
Well, a lot of people will have issues with that because, for one, he's a male, so a male doesn't have the delicacy to know to judge how hard they're going to hit. I don't have a problem with a father, pretty much like I say, discipline their child. We were disciplined. Discipline my nieces and nephews. But the one thing my cousin has always said, and my brother and them always said, they have to be careful because they have girls. So when you have girls, you have to. Sometimes you're not. You don't know your own strength. I've actually had where one of my
Yeah.
cousins actually disciplined his daughter and didn't realize he had left a bruise on her. He had popped her, but he popped her hard enough that she bruised, and he's always went back and always said the one thing you got to do is make sure you control your anger.
Right.
Don't beat your kids while you're angry, or hit them or snatch them up while you're with them, because you can very easily hurt them and go too far and not realize your own strength sometimes. And boys can tolerate it a little bit different than girls can. Girls are a little more sensitive. He's always said, and that's the thing with the thing with the clip. I didn't really have an issue with it. I mean, yeah, my brother can raise his voice real quick with all of us when he's talking to his daughter. And we all say, what we do? Like, what's going on? But they went a like you said, and I'm gonna tell y'all, women, leave y'all bonnets at home, cause she came out looking like she rolled out the daggone bed, and the kids had on bonnets too. So I'm sitting there like, what the? That is ghetto fabulous hood right there, because she went in, instead of coming back, instead of him allow him to call her all sorts of names, bees, hoes, and his head. She, like Tay said, she should have came back and said, well, ma'am, that's his child. My husband is disciplining her properly. She might have not, he might have hit the child while she was moving forward, like in motion, and she lost her balance. We don't know. We weren't there. So like you say, we weren't there, because we can easily, like you say, children say something and be trying to walk off and get away from mama. Here you be like, oh, and you fall. Yeah, I done had that happen and trip over your own 2 feet too. But it's the thing of the fact of the matter that he even had the kids to even call her bum bees and all of this. That right there, that's a toxic household. I have no issues with my husband or my brothers and them, discipline children. They discipline us. Hey, I made it out. We got our butt beat. But the one thing my mom always said, you don't hit a child in their head because it's dangerous. That's one of the most delicate places. If you hit a child in the head, you can cause some type of brain damage or anything like that. You have to be very careful with that, because you have children that are very delicate in certain situations. But him, as far as discipline, a man disciplining his child like that, that's fine. But you got to be careful, because you don't know your strength. Men sometimes, like you say, hit harder than women, whereas we're a little different. So,
Well,
And can I just say one more
That's one
thing?
thing my wife had to had to help me understand. Like, it's gotta be a little bit.
right. What you say, Tay?
I think that we laugh and we joke about it, right? In black households, we used to get beat with extension cords, and look, I had a grandma that made you go out and
Guilty.
get your own switch. Like, I remember them days, right?
Hello.
But to understand that there's more than one way to discipline your child, right? Everything does not require physical contact. It just doesn't, right? That's not the answer to everything. Well, my daughter was just starting her teenage journey, we'll say. Um, Her mouth, I got a girl, and I was a teenage girl, so that mouth, it could. I don't know how you thought it was gonna go when you had it in your mind, but the way it came out ain't the way. It ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
Right.
And it came out her mouth wrong. And I grabbed her up by her collar. She was getting ready to go out the house, going to work, going to school, right? I grabbed her up by her collar, right? And I grabbed her up and kind of leaned her back, and I was like over her. Now I'm short, I'm 5'2", okay? And I grabbed her and I leaned over her. And I told her, this is something that you will never do again. You're never going to talk to me in essence like that again, okay?
Yeah.
Now, at the time, and my daughter's been in therapy for some years, I was angry, right? I was angry. She hit me wrong. I was angry. So she goes to her therapist and tells her therapist that I choked her. The next thing I know, I get a call at work from CPS.
Oh.
And now they've got to come to my house. They've got to inspect my home. They've got to ask her questions in a separate room.
Wow.
They've got to ask me questions in a separate room. At the time, we were all it was me, my daughter, and my mom. They had to ask my mom questions in a separate room. This is no joke.
Yeah.
You got to take this stuff seriously and really think about what you're doing as the parent. So when Edith says you got to try not to react in anger, Because that shit could have some consequence. That had never. I was like in total shock. Like the whole thing seemed so surreal to me because I had never been in that situation.
Right.
It's not that my kid never got a spanking after that, but what I did was take the time to bring myself down to a certain level first before I addressed the situation. I had never gotten that angry with her before.
Mhm.
But again, as she's growing up and developing, it's things that happen that they never happened before, right? Because that's what happened. That's a part of growing up. So we have to be able to evaluate ourselves. That says, okay, there are times when the spanking is warranted. I fully believe that, and there are times when it's not.
I agree. So think about it before
I
you
like
pick
to
your
think I got
kid
it
up.
down to as well. I look, I said, stop. You be like,
But then again, that's
I got it down to a science. I go, hey,
listen. That's let me tell you something. That's being around your child where they've learned you. Trust me,
man.
like because I have the voice that I don't yell that much. Like, because one of the reasons I don't yell that much is because when I do, like my vocal cords just like shut down. They squeeze up on me. I fuck around and start coughing and shit and spitting shit up. You understand what I'm saying? So I try not to take myself there because I already knew what the fuck is gonna be me. Niggas gonna be thinking I'm ready to, I'm weak and shit. I'm ready to kill you. You know what I mean? At that point. You feel what I'm saying? But I had to learn that side of myself. But when it comes down to a child, because see, this is the flip side of it. Because we've watched clips in the past where kids have done certain shit and we've been like, man, shit, I'd have grabbed that little motherfucker up right then and there. So again, we didn't see the video prior to. What if it was one of them situations of the shorty doing some shit where it was like, okay, now you done pressed your limit. Because I'm not advocating violence on a child at all. But I do recognize that there are times as being a parent that it's a thin line between I love you and I'm about to break your fucking neck. Because you done pressed that fucking button that you know between the two of us shouldn't press. My mama used to tell me that shit all the time when I was a short. Try that shit with anybody out in the motherfucking street you want to. Don't try that shit with me. And what she was telling me was, you starting to drink and smoke a little bit. That street shit you picking up in the street, don't bring that into the house. Don't let me see that shit because the second you do, I'm gonna treat you like a street nigga. And I understood that. See, to a certain degree, we had the conversation there of how to deal with your child is how your child is actually acting. Because some children act so bad at home that the outside appearance makes it look bad on the parent, but it's some shit that's deeper than that going on way before you even saw that shit. And I still put that shit on the parent too. Because if something's going wrong with your child and you can't handle it, then pick up that fucking phone, say, yo, I need to find out some help. We do that shit all the time on the show. We post hotline numbers and all that shit every time. Matter of fact, run that shit right now.
Yeah, Shantae, I'm okay. I'm back.
Yeah, she here. So run that shit. Run a hotline number right now because it may be somebody out here, and I say this all the time when we do the show. You might be that parent that might be on the verge of I'm disciplining my child, and I might be getting ready to fucking break their neck. So
which one you want?
You might need some help, some parental discipline. Because guess what? Ain't no kids watching this show right now.
And parenting ain't easy. You make a lot of assumptions, but parenting, this shit is hard as hell. You the constant balancing act between
It's not
teaching them what
easy.
they need to learn, disciplining them, showing them what the rules of life, how to take care of themselves, especially as they get older and things like that. Trying to balance all that, and that shit don't always go right. We know that, right? Life happens, right? So it's not always an easy road. Parents are human, right? We get stressed out, we get pulled to the limit, we get all of that stuff. Is reality, is how you handle it, and to make sure that you have the proper tools to
Yeah.
handle it in a way that's not totally destructive, right?
Yeah.
That at the end of the day, that's what happens. I used to joke with my daughter and I say, I didn't do my job if I didn't give you something to tell your therapist, right? It's a joke, but real talk, we got to stop scarring our kids. We scar them. You have to
Yeah.
be mindful of that. It ain't like you're gonna do everything right. That's not what I'm saying. But the things that you can't, that you know to do right, when you know better, you do better. So the things that
Mhm.
you know to do that are not effective, let's stop doing those things. Let's find something else, right? Ask for help. Let's not be so proud that we don't ask for help. It is okay. It is okay. And I want parents to hear me. It is okay for you not to have a fucking answer.
Listen,
It's
that all
okay.
begins. See, listen, that all begins what we talked about earlier. You have to have that moment where you look at
Yeah.
yourself in the mirror, especially if you are a parent, and evaluate yourself and then evaluate your child and evaluate the things that, because I'm trying to tell y'all a lot. You got different situations. You have some children that are so privileged that they
Mhm.
just bad for no fucking reason. They have no reason to be bad. They just, their parents grew up
Yeah.
rough, and their parents trying to create a better life for the kid, and or they already come from money, and the kid is just fucking bad. You gotta fuck around and don't be ashamed to reach out for some help and just say, listen, I'm having problems with this little motherfucker. Because
Mhm.
you got different types of parents. You got the ones that will fuck around and fuck you up, and then you got the ones that sort of sit back and let the shit just fester, grow, and they
Well,
never say anything. So you got two different sides of the track, but you got one child in the middle. You got to still know how to fucking ask for help if you need help. Some of y'all don't need help. Some of y'all know how to raise your kids just right. Some of y'all methods work perfectly, but some of y'all that may be listening to the show may be like, yo, that's me. I'm having problems with my kid right now. He won't go to school. He won't, he won't, he, he's about to make me break his neck. I've tried the disciplining. That doesn't work. Or I haven't tried disciplining him. That's not working. There needs to be something that you put into to make a the perfect word, balance. You need to have balance in your house. You need to have balance in your home.
Mhm.
You can't have a house. You can have a house but not have a home.
Yes.
And like Mama
Yes.
that's
Yoni
true.
said, therapy is not a bad word.
Yes.
Still
There
not.
here in Michigan, my mom retired after 46
It's
years
not.
working in the same place, and she worked for the Children's Center. It's in Detroit, Michigan, the Children's Center, and it is a place specifically geared toward therapy services for families and children. She would talk to parents who were having, when I say serious issues, I'm not talking about, oh, your kid just decided to act up one day. She would come home and tell me stories of, my 5-year-old came at me with a butcher knife, okay, because there's something off with the baby, right? They got diagnosed with autism at 2. They got diagnosed with schizophrenia at 10, right? I mean, some serious stuff. And sometimes what you find is that the parents can sometimes get defensive, because if you tell me something's wrong with my child, that means you're telling me that there's something wrong with me,
Right.
when
And
that's
people
not
don't.
necessarily the case.
Right. But people don't get that because we can't distinguish or differentiate us, your blood ties. You can't differentiate between them. So, for instance, if I had a kid who had special needs as a child, it didn't stop them from being developmentally whole. It didn't stop them from growing breasts,
Mhm.
growing as having a sex drive. So that means I couldn't be there to watch all the time. So if this child who had special needs as a child grows up and has a child, there's nothing that you can do about the issues that are passed on. No matter how much love you pour into them, no matter how much teaching you do to them, with them, nothing is going to change that. So when you realize that you have to treat a child with special needs differently than how you would treat another kid, and be able to accept the fact that, hey, this kid has a problem. They may be okay, they may be high functioning with autism or high functioning on the spectrum, but they have other little tics that go along with them. If you can't accept that and you're not willing to figure out and find out what's going on, and all you are is a stone cold disciplinarian, then you might have a problem. I know until I recognized that one of my grandkids had a problem, I didn't realize they had a problem. You know, when you're talking to me and your logic is different than what my logic is, you see things on a whole different plane. But you're not going to talk to me any kind of way. And I'll take a whole lot, because I raised my kids and grandkids. They can have opinions. I don't mind you having an opinion. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. What you're not going to do is curse at me. You're not going to raise your voice at me. And you're not going to get in my face about it. We can discuss anything. So when this one kid decided that they were going to just like really flip out, like, I didn't ask you to do none of that for me. Like, excuse me? What you mean? I ain't asked you to keep me. I ain't asked you to feed me. I ain't asked you to do none of that. I'm like, oh, so now you wants to be the nigga on the street.
He wasn't asking for that shit, but he was asking for it.
He was asking for it. And before I thought about it, I grabbed him up. And he was in the wall. He was in the drywall. And he was like, Auntie, come help me. And my daughter's like, what you doing? I said, he told me I didn't have to feed him. I didn't have to keep him. I didn't have to clothe him. I ain't going to do none of that. But mama, just let him go. Oh, I'm going to let him go. But he going to realize when I do let him go that you're not finna come at me like that. Because see, what we do, we have to take a step back. I did, Vance. I literally had to take a step back. They literally had to pull me off him because he was in the drywall in the kitchen. Like literally, like his body was playing in the drywall. He wasn't hurt. He didn't have a bump or a bruise or any of that because I grabbed him by his little skin neck and put him in the wall. But I put him in the wall before. You just no. There's just things that you're not going to do. So once I found out that he was special needs, I was like, oh, so that's why he did it. Because I immediately took him to that. He got a problem. Telling me I didn't have to talk to him. Well, now that we've done tests and we realize that the child is on the spectrum, I'm like, oh, so I really shouldn't have put him in the wall? I guess I shouldn't have put him in the wall. There you go. I didn't even do that shit no more.
Mommy,
sir?
I gotta tell you this.
What's that?
You the only motherfucker on the show. Tell her a fucking story and have me so invested into it. And I'd be like, God damn, that's what's up. And then you at the end of it, you'll say some shit.
That throw you.
That will just have me dying laughing. I'll just be like, what? I forget everything else that you said. There have been times you didn't say shit on the show, and I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna make this a point. I'm about to say this. But by the time you done got through talking, you got to the end and you said some bullshit.
What bullshit did I say?
He was on the spectrum.
Yeah, he was.
Oh my God, Jesus!
I think I put him through the drywall. You done put him through the drywall.
Well, that ain't what made me be on the spectrum. He was on the spectrum before, I just didn't see it.
No, I'm saying you learn he's on the spectrum after you put him in the drywall. I know that ain't the real.
Either if I would have known that the child was on, I know. I would not have
explain it.
Put him in the wall.
Don't explain. You gotta explain, Mama. I understand.
I can tell
every crazy
that's
how you said it.
I can tell every crazy motherfucker that's watching this show that's a female understands exactly what your story was, Mama. We just don't need to hear it no more because I don't need nobody to show up at your door. For
too late. He in the
door. That baby all right. That baby is all right.
He all right.
Listen, y'all.
He in college now, getting good grades, working a summer job. He good.
Look, it's so
listen. I'm telling you,
he was such a snap artist.
Listen. I'm not going.
She would give it up early in the morning.
Worst ass.
She drop her shit over. She go to
The worst ass whooping I ever got
No
in
problem.
life was from my mama for me going to church to see a girl. And I'm
You
talking about
remember that ass whooping?
my mama threw me like
Didn't testify.
Is that the one where your auntie met you and said, just take it?
yeah. My mama threw me.
Just take it.
This, yeah, that's what my auntie said. Just take it. So my mama threw my ass, and I just flew off my feet. I was a little big nigga, and I just landed on this fucking. I just landed upside down on the piece of furniture. That's all y'all need to know. And I saw my mama walking at me upside down. That was the scariest shit. You talking about scared straight? Nigga, if you got a problem child right now,
It ain't got nothing on
throw
your
that
mother, huh?
motherfucker upside down and walk towards him. Just walk towards him real fast. Oh, look, I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna
You ain't
change
got
that
nothing on your mother.
life right there.
Huh.
Eda, come on, read these last comments before I play this last clip. I'm gonna get up out of here tonight.
Okay. Woo, we got a whole lot of them. All right.
It's a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah, my mama fucked me up, man. My mama didn't play no games, man.
We
I
can
tell
tell.
you, listen, I have never been scared of any
Telling you,
nigga on the streets more than I have been scared of my mother.
Smoke.
Kinda
Telling
wants to be
you.
on the panel. She's good.
Like, I'm serious.
Y'all is funny.
I'm serious. Listen,
Okay.
are y'all hearing what I said? I have never on. I'm 46 years old, and I have been in some
Telling you, bro.
situations where life is,
Telling you, bro.
I've had, some threatening situations happen to me. I have never been more afraid of anybody. I've never felt like a nigga would come and get me as much as my mom. Like, if my mama really just wanted, and especially in her younger days, like if she was like, nigga, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna fuck you up. I don't care where the fuck I was at. If I was in another state and my mama didn't even know where the fuck I was at, I would automatically just, oh shit, freeze the fuck up, because I'd be like, man, I'm trying to tell you that ass whooping that upside down shit, that shit changed my life. That shit changed my life. Come on, E. Come on, Eda.
Okay. We're gonna start off with Camille told me to tell you to say it with your chest. Conda says folks need
Hold on. Let me. This is for Conda.
say it with your chest.
My mama fucked me up.
No,
Mm.
that was Camille that said that. Conda
Camille.
says folks folks
you.
need to learn that as mandated reporters, we are required to report abuse. Camille says a mall, church, grocery store, my sleep. I'm gonna report it. Conda says you have to be very careful of that shit. We live in a different time and circumstances are not when we were growing up. No matter if it's your child or not, you cannot do that in public. Watch that shit. Give your child the good side eye and mouth in my daddy's silent voice. I'm gonna beat your ass. She ain't even have to say that out loud. My mama give me the eye. To this day, I'm a grown woman. I'm still scared of my mama, and she look at me the wrong way. Yeah. Kind of said obviously something was done. We don't know. I wish we could see the lick. Or what if they were being verbally abusive? We just don't know. Okay, cuz I couldn't see all that. Facts. Absolutely, Miss Shantae. Kinda says facts. So true. Yes, both of them overly mad, talking about her shoes and clothes and shit. That why attack her? She's most likely doing her job. Some parents have to tone it down seriously. Shantae said exactly to Conda. Conda said it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And if you mark that is considered abuse. All right. Marguerite said, then Lord, I was abused because the 40 and above, we were beat down. I'm just saying. Yeah, because y'all remember the wooden spoons that you hang up on the wall? Yeah, I got beat with them
Yeah, I
several
got
times.
that too.
And
My
then they
auntie
put it
said.
back. I got flashbacks. My aunt.
Man, listen.
Marguerite said,
Everything.
but times have changed. My mom would beat me from the waist down. Yep, Conda says, I swear, but girl Yeezys. Last I checked, those are grip. Bonnet and shaft. Bonnet and shaft. Okay, Conda, I'm done. Leave that woman alone. You don't want to go there. Marguerite said, what's with the wife beaters tonight, men? Conda says all facts because if DCFS, CPS
It's hot.
gets involved, they will cause a major shift in your life. They will remove the child and disrupt your household. Not worth it. Centra says, bruh, you said a mouthful there. Camille says, some of these kids have no fear and some of these parents have no structure. It's not easy at all. This should test your gangster. So true. Conda said, rush danger still is about handle it. At that moment, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. As parents, yes, we have to lead with authority. I'm never saying to allow your child to disrespect you, etc. But you have to be aware of your situation and surroundings. You have to seek help when needed. As parents, we need a support system, and lashing out at someone who has a valid concern is not the answer. Camille said, yes, it is. Conda said, amen. It's called balance. Conda said, I'm going to have to join the panel of Rush Danger. Conda said, true. I love how you put that. Parents must learn if your child has an illness, it's not a reflection on you. We have to stop being defensive about it and learn to ask for help in situations. Mama Yoni, I understand. Camille says, your mama said this would be a good time to slap Russ. Conda says, I've grabbed up all three of my grown sons, like, boy, who you think you talking to? So yes, I understand. Hashtag Hulk smash. Conda has had some stuff on here. Right,
Right.
Conda from Mama Yoni. Mama Yoni says great show. And Conda says correct Marguerite Hanks.
Okay. I've just thought about something.
Uh-oh.
Shantae, you are no longer Shantae on the show.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You are now Dr. Townsend.
We got you.
Now, yeah.
Why Shantae the only one get a new name?
Now you Mama Yoni. You got the first one. Shut the fuck. Don't be doing that shit.
Oh.
She this is the
I had the
second.
Shantae spirit the Thursday before last. I got your spirit the last time.
This is Dr. Townsend, y'all. Because
Dr. Tay.
Dr. Townsend always comes.
Yes.
That well, let me tell you something. And then she cracks a joke on me, a little shit, and then she comes right back. But let me tell you. So you are now Dr. Townsend. You are the Dr. Ruth of our show.
Why do I feel like I'm being set up?
You are the Black Dr. Ruth of our show.
Word.
For those of you who don't know who Dr. Ruth is, go check Dr. Ruth out. We come to talk to you about sex today and how to put it in
Why
your
you
mouth.
sound like Bill Cosby with it?
That's how Dr. Ruth said. We have Dr. Townsend. I thank you for earning your doctorate. You have graduated.
Don't encourage it. Because I feel like I'm being set up. And this is gonna come back to bite me in the ass so hard.
It's not.
Get my money every day.
Well, you either evangelist or doctor. Which one you want? You want evangelist or you want doctor?
No. She's Dr. Townsend. She's Dr. Townsend. The doctor can go to church. The doctor can go to church.
Because you are a doctorate.
I'm with it.
Yeah, she's
amen.
I'm trying to figure out what Nada is. Nada.
She earned that.
Right now, she got that face like nigga Nada. But I'm not gonna call her nigga Nada because she
Damn. You just being ruthless.
Just Nada.
I said, what should I call that?
That's a boss.
Nada. That's what you call me.
I hate it here.
Nada said it. He said it's Nada, nigga. I said that's nigga Nada right there.
Camille, don't encourage him. Don't encourage him, Camille. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. So all y'all motherfuckers gonna get nicknames.
It makes sense.
No,
I just thought y'all should know it.
That's okay.
Hey y'all, I just wanted to get up out of here and tell y'all I enjoyed y'all for the night. We're about to get up out of here. I played this last week, but I'm enjoying this fucking song so fucking much.
Song is nice.
That I'm gonna hit you motherfuckers one more time with it. Yeah, most of you. Yeah.
See, most these sheeple, they move like clothes. That's why I be on my own. My mama thought I was a joke, but Miss Badu told me out, and I know it. You can't tell me nothing else. That's why every beat I harness, water and a Michael bells. Me and my dog see like kings, but we be working just like slaves. Made it out of my hood, I deserve some accolades. So I need more than kudos and I fight, cause I went from sidelines to the limelight, and I shine bright, ice cold boys Klondike. Never move with white, this ain't blindside. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow shining like soul glow. Every lyric skin cocoa, so most bobo spirit. Not like Rondo, all my clothes when I pivot. Most these people move like clothes. Move like clothes. That's why I be on my own. See, I be on my own. My mama thought I was a show. Miss Badu told me I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Miss Badu told me I'm. See, and I know it. You can't tell me nothing else. That's why every beat I'm on is water and a Michael Phelps. Me and my doggy like kings, but we be working just like slaves. I done made it out of my hood, I deserve some accolades. Say yeah, most people move like clothes. Move like clothes. That's why I be on my own. See, I be on my own. My mama thought I was a joke. I was a joke. Miss Badu told me I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. Miss Badu told me I'm. Ooh, see, most these sheep, they move like clowns. That's why I be on my own. My mama, she thought I was a joke, but Miss Badu told me I'm dope. I got receipts to prove it. Miss Badu told me I'm dope. Oh, yeah. I got receipts to prove it. 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 I got receipts to prove it.
I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's cast. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's topics. Solid. Anybody got something else to sip on while we're getting up out of here?
I gotta download that way.
Yeah, that song is that song is by my man Dave. That's my man Big Dave. The name of the song is called "I'm Dope," so go check that out. It's definitely dope. I'll send it to you, bro. So you make sure you get it. I saw you asked for, where was that coming from?
Every lyric hit. Every lyric hit.
Yo, bro.
Now. Yes, I dope.
I'm trying to tell you, between me, Shantae, and Nada, I don't know what Ida and because I've never listened to. That's why she getting your face like that. I don't know what Ida and Mama Yoni listen to, but I know for a fact if you listen to Shantae, what Shantae saying you, and what Nada saying you, yeah, we got some we got some musicians and singers around this
your bag real
motherfucker.
quick.
Like one day we need to get together.
Really?
I'm just saying, maybe
I
one
don't like
day
to
we need to all get
but
together,
I can blow.
and everybody that does
Blow.
sing, I go ahead and break out my other microphones I got in the crib. I ain't gonna even do it right now. I got wireless joints, and we can just go ahead
Right?
and.
All right, bro. You're gonna have to take the trip, man.
He said, "Take him to church." He don't know. He don't know. I almost touched the keyboard. I'm not gonna even do it. Y'all know I will go. I will fuck around and play a bump on y'all
Oh, you got
motherfuckers.
the I know the organ right under there. I know.
He knew ain't of y'all. He knew ain't of y'all. He don't know. He don't know.
Hell no.
He don't
Hell
know.
no.
He
Y'all
ain't
be in this.
ready. He ain't
Y'all be.
ready.
Y'all be like, what the fuck did he just do? I just played a little Jesus for you. Just played a little Jesus for you.
Mm.
Just a little something. So,
Nah,
how do you feel about
Well,
tonight's?
I'm sure your little bro got skills.
Shantae, how you feel about tonight's show?
Like Mama Yoni said, I think this is a really, really good show. I think the conversation was really, really good. Um, I'm a meat and potatoes girl. I'm a big girl. I like my meat and potatoes. I want to get to the meat and potatoes of it all, get to the marrow of things. And I think that when we have it's good to have fun. It's good to be funny, but there's so much going on, and it's really good to have conversations that really just have us get to the marrow of it, and really kind of break down these things that are happening in our world. So I always get really excited for these kind of conversations. So I thought it was a really, really good show. I was so just really happy to see everybody that commented and got involved in the conversation. I appreciate y'all. So yeah.
Big Dog, how you feel about tonight's show? You nigga, it's only one motherfucker I'm gonna call Big Dog on this show, nigga. Come on. Come on, you gotta start catching your little slurs. This nigga look like
Nah, see me, bro, for a fact I've been hooked on. And like Big Sis said, it is the meat and potatoes of it all. Like I love that we can be everywhere with it. We can have a funny conversation about something, and in the same sense, serious about it, and really pick each other's brains and open each to everything, not just be closed-minded. I love that. And the beauty of it is we're all from different places, so we're only able to give each other different things. And that much right there, I will forever rock with the show. Like, for real. Like, I know bro be mad at me. I'll be on the times. Life happens. I ain't gonna lie. I just hope you
talk to me, Big
pissed
Eda.
over me and kick me all the way.
Talk to me, Eda.
Well, we have been here for a while. Life has been good, and the things that we do is the combination that we have with everybody having a mixture of different things. And yes, Russ, I do listen to more than certain music. I am a cultural melting pot of music, whether it's rock, classic, and all of that. You'll never know which one or how I'm feeling.
Well, bless your heart. Bless your heart.
I might have some Coltrane. I might have some Jimi Hendrix. You never know.
Okay, I might.
You know I'm a music head, Russ. Half the time because you saw me dancing the time. Like you might hear me here playing reggae. You might hear me playing soca. You just never know.
All right, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick your feelings before this.
Soca? What you know
I'm gonna pick your feelings. I'm
I
gonna
know.
pick your feelings.
You know,
You heard what I
don't.
said? I'm gonna pick your feelings before this is all over with. Let's go ahead.
You sure can. Cause cause you see me. I like go too. I heard you. Don't play
Come
me.
on, let's go. Come on,
Right? Go. She be everywhere.
Yes, I put up the mixture that we have on the show is the panel that we have. You won't find this anywhere else, and that's the one thing I love about it is the coupling of how each of us we bounce off one another. We can bounce off when Russ you want to act stupid. We say forget you, and we go on about our way with each other, and then we'll pull you back when we need you back.
Nada, let God use you.
Nada,
I hate it here. I do. I hate it here.
All right, Tay Junior.
I mean, okay. I have enjoyed tonight's show, even though my back feels like it's on fire. But let God be praised. Hallelujah. But what I will say, life is short.
Amen.
It is precious. Live between the dash of your life,
Amen.
whatever that may be.
Yes, it is.
Live between the dash.
Live between the dash of your
Yes.
life. That was some good shit. Come on, talk to me, Mama Yoni.
Wow.
Mama Yoni, you still with us right quick?
I am. I have enjoyed tonight's show. I have a couple of takeaways for everybody. Y'all may not like them, but I'm going to give them to you anyway. Now, what I want y'all to understand, women or grown women don't parade about doing and saying the things that we saw tonight.
Wow.
Please understand that. Please understand that you do not rise to the status of queen by being a harlot, by being nothing, and by spreading your legs all over town. Please understand that children require discipline. They do require discipline to grow up right. Spare the rod, spoil the child. But please understand that if you're going to choke a damn kid at your own house in private and not in public. I'm just saying, just a little bit of knowledge from, people who know better. I'm just saying, I love y'all, but please don't believe everything you see on social media.
Do it right.
Listen, Mama.
Exactly. That's my thing.
Mama,
yes,
Mama.
sir. Yes,
Listen,
yes.
I promise you need not to say another word. You have just set up the last song. I had just pulled this up. That's why I clapped. She pulled up this. I'm going to tell y'all what we're going to listen to tonight. It's one of my favorite groups in the world, Tank and the Bangers. And this song is called You So Dumb. You So Silly, Girl.
I thought that there should be a poem for when you break up with somebody, like a little manual or something. A manual for when you break up with somebody, right? Because it's not so easy to get over them, right? Because in the meanwhile, you feel so silly just waiting for the phone to ring.
You so down.
You so silly, girl. You waiting for a call. Oh, you so dumb. You so silly, girl. You waiting for a call.
Around 12:30, I'm feeling real down, feeling real naive.
Feeling so young. Should I go by his house? Pretend I left my scarf.
Go in his neighborhood and say I got lost. It's getting dark. What the fuck are you doing? Do you know who you are?
You done went by his house. You forgot your heart.
Do you know what you're doing? Do you know who you are? You done went by his house. You forgot your heart.
So God,
you so dumb, down. You so silly.
Where my silly girls at?
You went.
I heard you waiting for a call.
You so dumb, you so silly, girl. Silly girl.
You waiting for a
Silly.
You are sitting at home listening to Keisha Cole, Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin, and Sarah McLachlan.
You're listening to it on replay.
You let those old CD skips in and play out to your weak spot. You told me that it sounded similar to your heart breaking under a cassette player. Now you did not want to go out with your girlfriends last night. You thought it would be best if you took a stroll down memory lane. So you let your photo album shaped bed cradle you like his arms once dead. Those pillows pretended to be his shoulders. His shoes that walked all over your self-esteem are still perfectly placed in the corner. You hang them next to your expectations of that failed relationship, and just like those hangers, you're still holding on. Now I heard his gym bag still in your closet. I heard that his cologne is still in your cabinet. Girl, I could pretty much smell him all over your apartment. And pretty soon there will be no room to move anyone else in with his belongings in the middle of your walkway. Yo, someday you'll have to get rid of the memories underneath your bed. Now his phone number is Morse code memorized in the back of your head. And your pride is sitting on the edge of the bed, daring to jump over and call him. Quick, save her. I cannot afford for him to hear the pathetic in your voice. She is threatening to pick up the car keys that you hid behind your heart and drive by his house to a quick little drive-by. Nah, you need to sit down, cause they gonna have like another car. That car belongs to a girl named Brittany. He met her on Instagram. You don't wanna go over there, Mom. Sit down on your spaceship of a sofa. It's gonna take you places too. Forget memory lane, bitch. This memory highway. Watch out for the exits. Remember, but also forget that his clothes, they always smell like fresh laundry. Forget him, and go wash your sheets. Stop bleeding for him. He did not want the baby. Remind yourself that as a woman, you were only shelter. But you gotta cave in, you gotta forget him. You need to go to Redbox, rent dramas and thrillers. You know, like never forget the face of your killer. Watch Freddy, watch Jason, watch how certain victims got away from him. You gotta learn them and follow their escape strategy, because the next time, somebody say next time, he comes for you and your precious heart. Well, you gotta be ready. You so silly, girl. You waiting for a call. Damn. Ooh. You so silly, girl. You waiting for a call. I'm not waiting. I wasn't waiting. You're waiting. Around 12:30, I'm feeling real dumb. I'm feeling real naive, feeling so young. Should I go by his house, pretend I left my scarf? Go in his neighborhood and say I got lost? It's getting dark, what the fuck am I doing? Do I know who's I off? I done went by his house, I forgot my heart. Do I know what I'm doing? Do I know who's I off? Do I know who's I off? Do I know who's I off?
Do I know what I'm doing? I think
yeah.
I thought roller coaster was my shit till I heard that. Because roller coaster was my shit.
I do a little something.
You so soft.
Oh my God.
You so soft. That's like my Jill Scott of the group right there.
I like that. Yeah, that's rough. That
Jill, India, those are my girls.
Yeah, but man, let's yeah. God, I see her in real life. What's on?
Yeah.
She's a sweetheart.
I mean, I tell you. You know, I can
it's
just
okay.
That's my girl crush. I'm a number one fanatic. I can admit it.
I can fuck y'all up so bad. Like, I'm telling y'all, I'm a bad motherfucker when it comes to music. Like, I listen to shit.
Bro, you didn't know.
Like, what?
Sound.
Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Like, you know, have y'all ever heard of my man Corey Henry?
Stop it.
Have you heard of Corey Henry?
Don't play with me.
I mean, like,
You muted.
Rush, you muted.
We can't hear you.
you don't hear
We
me?
can't hear you. Now
No.
we can. Now
Can
we
you hear me
can.
now?
Yeah.
I said I'm sitting here right now looking at so much Corey Henry shit.
I mean, we don't necessarily want to hear you, but whatever.
Fuck you. Get your ass on. Your ass needs. You know what? I'm gonna end this because I feel like we need some Jesus in here tonight.
Uh-oh.
Is that all right with you?
Uh-oh.
I feel like because the spirit of niggerism that I have to fight with y'all on a weekly basis.
You know what?
It's gonna lead me. Y'all not gonna see y'all not gonna see our faces after this.
I wonder where we get it from. It had to come from somewhere. Follow the leader.
Just shut the fuck up, little
Follow the
devil.
leader,
He sets the atmosphere. He sets the mood. He sets
Yeah.
the tone.
Y'all get ready to watch my man Corey Henry play this song. And we up out of here for the night. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. We'll see y'all on Thursday. Y'all didn't even know y'all was gonna hear no shit like Corey tonight. No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Peace out, y'all.
y'all niggas wonder why I'm spraying. It's funky in here. It is just
Good night, Russell.
The whole room is getting funky. Oh my God. Hey y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. We'll talk to y'all next Thursday or this Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, baby. Love.